Timothy Bradley, Paul, Floyd Mayweather, Devin Alexander, and whoever the fan wants to see.
Listen, I told you give them something visual, so you went ahead and made your own YouTube-based TV show. It's an array of IPAs and fighters on the road. Got a question? Put them in your comment section right below. Barbershop talk while you're sitting in your living room. Pacquiao, Mayweather, and we can't forget the brews. Coming to you live with the scoops like a ladle. Allow me to introduce the Boxing Round Table. Yeah.
Rollo Jenkins, Boxologist, Zone 6, Dre, BT Pound, 78 Fight News, Blood Boxing, Blood Fist, Boxing Beats and Rhymes, Female Boxing Fan, Carter J, Pull Counter, Joker Boxing, D Styles, the whole YTBC.
Break it down. Give me 5 people you're ready to fight right now.
Timothy Bradley, Paul, Floyd Mayweather, Devin Alexander, and whoever the fan wants to see.
Listen, I told you give them something visual, so you went ahead and made your own YouTube-based TV show. It's an array of IPAs and fighters on the road. Got a question? Put them in your comment section right below. Barbershop talk while you're sitting in your living room. Pacquiao, Mayweather, and we can't forget the brews. Coming to you live with the scoops like a ladle. Allow me to introduce the Boxing Round Table. Yeah.
Rollo Jenkins, Boxologist, Zone 6, Dre, BT Pound, 78 Fight News, Blood Boxing, Blood Fist.
All right, man, it's go time. I got some time today, so I can go ahead and slide one of these things in. All right, it's go time. It's overdue. All right, real quick as always, I gotta tell you guys. I know it's random, but in real life, a motherfucker be busy, man. Of course, you guys know that. I'm not getting paid to be on here. This is a leisure situation. So I am here. I am aware of what's going on. I do look at the videos. I do stay in contact with people. We do talk boxing, and I am in the loop, right? And of course, always when I come, I got my opinion on what has happened and what has taken place in sports as a whole and in boxing, right? First off, let me start by saying this. I want to shout out to Shannon Sharp and Stephen A. Smith. Far as the show First Take, as we all know, man, those two guys got very good chemistry. They're doing well together. I like it. It's a good show, and I think they're a great pairing. I had mentioned this before. I knew it was going to be a hit, and I think it is living up to expectations. Football is in full effect. We got to cook some of those. We got to get my boy The Fix, a.k.a. Phil Walker, and Rollo Jenkins and the football heads on the panel. We got basketball coming up here shortly. Fantasy football is still early. We in about, we completed week 5 so far. You into the bye weeks. And if you fuck with fantasy basketball, then fantasy basketball is on the horizon here shortly. So it is what it is, and we'll keep pushing those conversations as usual. We got enough information and data. Me and Phil probably jump on here and talk about fantasy football. A couple of guys actually enjoyed that segment of the show the last time we was here. And we definitely got to talk about football as well, because we got enough information on a lot of teams to kind of see what they are and what they ain't. We got the Falcons, we got the Jaguars, who went over to London. We've had 2 games in London so far, so the UK boys can kind of tap in on it if they are familiar with it. Shout out to the UK guys who fuck with American football. It is what it is. Outside of that, you gotta circle the wagons. You gotta get your, hey man, I'm in a semester. You gotta get your midterms. We got football going. In real life, we got ROTC big stuff going on. Stuff being built on the property. And, nigga got to oversee that, because if you don't watch what you got going on, you don't watch it 6, and you're sitting up here on the internet, somebody's supposed to be building some shit in the back, man, you'll fuck around and fuck yourself. So, you got to pay attention. But also, I just finally got a PS5. So I got 3 PS4s in the house. Nintendo, nobody don't know how to play that shit. But I got 3 PS4s in this house, and I had a PS5. I just added another PS5 into the house, and that PS5 allows me to cook. And what I mean by cook, if you don't know me, or you're not sure what I'm talking about, I fuck with Mortal Kombat. Now, and right now I'm just going through some public service announcements, just shooting the breeze for people to kind of jump on in here. First 10 minutes intro, bullshit and shoot the breeze, and we're going to talk this boxing, though. You see the title. But, I always kind of catch you guys up on what's going on, because some people ask me, like, hey, man, where you been, man? I ain't going nowhere, man. I'm just, goddamn, I'm getting some shit built on the back of the house. I got to watch these motherfucking guys build this shit. I got to, what I'm saying? Sometimes the house got to be clear, and people be in this motherfucker. So I have to, and sometimes somebody might get in trouble at school for the day. I got to go up there and circle those wagons. I get the oil change, a haircut. So, you know how it go. Life, grown man shit, grown man business. All right. Now, however, back to the lecture at hand. We ain't forgot about you. We here. It's going down. I'm going to drop the link here shortly. Just, share the video. Go get your coffee. Zone 6 is live in HD. I don't want you scrambling around. That's why, fill this airtime up with just conversations about what I'm doing, what's going on, what's next, who, what, when, and where, and how. So you can kind of say, oh, shit, nigga's on live. He came out of nowhere. What the fuck? He ziplined into this motherfucker. I had no idea that he was doing. So, yep, finish rolling your blunt. You ain't missed nothing yet. We're going to get started pretty much at the 10-minute mark. We're going to go ahead and cook. But for now, I'm going to just keep on pressing. So share the link. Hit the thumbs up. I'm going to drop the link pretty much immediately, and we're going to go from there. One thing I want to say back to the PS5 thing. I went to Walmart, of course, Walmart. I was purchasing another TV for my garage, because I wanted to have a TV mounted in the garage. And I was doing my mother a solid. I wanted to bless her with something. I had got a TV mounted in the living room, but the TV just feels small in the living room, so I wanted to get a bigger one to replace that one. And then I just sent the guy over there to have her some mounted TVs up in her spot, because older people, they kind of don't fuck with the mounts. But once they understand the mounts, man, they be like, oh, that shit fire. You know what I'm saying? They kind of appreciate it. So that was something I was working on, a project for my mom. And when I say my mom, I'm talking about my mother-in-law. I'm going to try to sell my mom on the fact that she might need to get hers mounted in her house. Because both my moms, the dads and shit. But my mom, both of them got their own house and all that kind of shit. They blessed in that regard. So I can kind of do bigger presents and stuff and kind of get them straight, because they're older. They come from Generation X, so they don't really fuck with the mounts until you actually show them how convenient it is, so they ain't got to have a dresser to put the TV on and all that kind of shit. So it is what it is. But that's what I was doing at Walmart, bullshitting around. And I was like, oh man, I'm gonna get me a PS5 on November the 1st. I'm scheduled, so I have a date in my head. So the other PS5 I was playing, I had downloaded the Mortal Kombat. I already got a profile from playing PlayStation 4. You guys know how the gaming works. So I said, man, let me see if I want to buy another 5. I said, let me try this new Mortal Kombat. And for the record, I play with Lee Main. That's a main character of mine. I'm messing with Ryko right now. And if you're into Mortal Kombat 1, you know what I'm talking about. So I fuck with it. My cameo is all false so far with Lee Main. So it is what it is. So I'm on it. You know what I'm saying? Send me your shit and we can play. We can dig some reps in. We can practice and all that kind of shit. I'm pretty solid at Mortal Kombat. I'm finna jump on this Call of Duty because my two brothers been asking me. When I say my brother, I'm talking about my actual brother and then my brother-in-law. They been asking me to get on that Call of Duty. And then I know that Madden has dropped. So I might be able to have time to squeeze Madden in, but I don't know. Between playing Mortal Kombat and figuring this out, I paused the game right now because I was doing story mode, and then I sent the missus, she went off into the office today, so I had time to come fuck with the boys and shit like that. So I actually paused the Mortal Kombat shit for the story mode, and your boy just sitting here playing the Mortal Kombat. You know what I'm saying? Drinking on some coffee, chopping it up with you guys before lunch and shit like that, getting you guys ready, and we're gonna go from there. Definitely liking the Mortal Kombat 1. If you don't have it, if you got it, let me know so we can play. I definitely like it. This shit is fire. This shit fun as hell. Of course, it's a video game. It's not real life. It's like YouTube. So of course, I always watch them lame niggas online. There's always lame niggas online. Every facet of fucking life, ain't it? You get on a game, these niggas, cut, man, mute, man. Man, crunch your fucking skull. Ain't nobody. This Mortal Kombat, nigga. It's a video game. I'm not finna argue with y'all niggas online. I already argue with enough niggas on YouTube, which is my primary leisure thing with you guys. You know how I go. But anyway, that's what I've been doing. Playing this Mortal Kombat, trying to get custom designs, TV mounts, making sure everybody's straight, midterms will do bullshit. That's what's been going on with me because people ask me that all the time. Like, well, yeah, Zone. I get messages. What you been doing? TV mounts, schoolwork, papers, fucking getting this PS5, and I'm playing the fuck out of this Mortal Kombat. I actually stopped Mortal Kombat because I missed my guys. I said, hold on. I told Phil the other day. I told Big Hill the other day I'm going live. Give me a second. Man, let me get my ass on this motherfucker. So here we are. All right, so enough about me and what I've been doing with this PS5 and fucking Mortal Kombat. Let me go ahead and drop the link so we can talk this boxing talk. I don't even want to talk y'all to death about my opinions and this. I want to talk about everything y'all want to talk about because I'm hearing a lot of crazy shit. All right? Okay, so enough about fucking Mortal Kombat. We finna talk this boxing and sports. First of all, what the fuck going on with Wilder and AJ? Terrence Crawford and the infinite avenues that he has. Canelo Alvarez and the infinite avenues that he has. Thurman versus Tank rumors. Where does Jamel go from here? What's up with Ugas? What's up with Barrios? What's going on with Shakur Stevenson and what you guys think about that? Devin Haney and Regis. So what are you guys' thoughts on all of that in boxing? Well, the link is in the description. It's in the chat. It is what it is. You can click on it if you like. Y'all know me. Everybody's welcome. Nobody gets muted, timed out, none of that bullshit. If you're new to this, then now you stay true to this and we good to go. So if you got time, hit the link. If not, just have a listen, sit back, fall back, chill. I'm probably only going to give you guys, I always say that shit. I'm going to give you guys as much time as I got probably. And I just pause the game. So anyway, now, okay. Immediately, what are my thoughts on a Canelo and Jamel Charlo fight? I thought Jamel would get knocked out. I think it was mid rounds, I guess, or toward the late rounds. I think I called the 9th round stoppage. I called the 9th round stoppage. He got put down in the 7th. He took a knee, and then he realized that, you know what? I'm not gonna go for broke against Canelo Alvarez, and I'm not going to risk what I got going on. And right on cue, Phil just jumped on, and I was finna cycle into that. Phil was, because he just jumped on, he gonna be able to explain it, but I'm giving you my perspective. Phil had told us that Man, I don't think that the fellas, in the background, me, Zoe, Money, and everybody on the phone. He said, man, I don't know. Jamel know how to not get knocked out and all that kind of shit, and he know how to do this. Now, in the 7th round, he took a knee. And I said, man, he on the ropes. He finna get out of here in the 9th. He 2 more rounds. He already dropping the knee in the 7th. But there is an alternative. Sometimes you could take a knee and say, you know what? Let me make sure that I don't get knocked the fuck out. And I'm going to leave it and I'm going to pass it to Phil. What's up, Phil?
What's the deal, man? Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, man. Lima Charlie, you loud and clear.
Man, look, bro. That situation right there, man. Like you said, man, the fellas, we talk this boxing shit, man, almost every day, if not every day. But, I came to the consensus that I knew he wasn't going to get stopped because he's just skillful enough to be able to evade Canelo for 12 rounds. I say Canelo's going to have his high points in the fight, but it's going to come a point in time in that fight where he realizes that I shouldn't be in here with this fucking guy. I mean, the truth of the matter is, man, he had a lot of stuff stacked up against him. How he's coming off the broken hand. He hadn't fought in a long time. He is a very telegraphic style fighter, and that works for his weight class. But when you're moving up fighting against a guy like Canelo Alvarez, his style is just not conducive to Canelo style, because essentially both these guys can and will walk you down. It's levels to this shit, man. And like I said Canelo is gonna put some pop on his ass, and it's gonna get to a point where he's gonna say, hey, I need to make sure I don't get stopped. And like I mentioned, he throws a well enough jab, and his footwork is good enough to evade the stoppage. You understand what I'm saying? And as you mentioned, when he took that knee, that was him, saving himself from getting brutally punished in that 7th round. I knew the fight was going to happen exactly the way it did. And man, at the end of the day, he got a good payday. And did it tarnish him in any kind of way as far as what he has going on in any other weight class? I can't say that for sure. I got to see what's to come. But I do think that people are extremely disappointed in him, his true supporters, because to me, he laid down, which I knew that's probably what he was going to do anyway, because he had no business in the ring with Canelo Alvarez, period.
That's a good call. And Phil, I'm a witness to that. He definitely told us that. He said, hey, man, I don't know if this guy going to stop it. I do. Nobody had Jamel except a few people who was hoping and wishing to kind of, wanted to see some shake. And I understand that. But logically speaking, most of us had Canelo whooping Jamel because we just didn't understand why this fight was happening. But to a degree, us hardcore fans do also understand why it happened. It's more so of this space of like we're frozen because we knew that this was not the preferred timing, because we do know Jamel had to fight Canelo is overdue from 154 through 168, which is pretty much basically middleweight. People have been clamoring for the fight. People have been hard on Canelo and saying that he ain't fighting this person and that person. And y'all got this guy Canelo all over the place, truth be told. If either he need to fight Andrade, and if he don't, he ain't fighting enough black fighters. He need to fight both Charlos. If he don't do that, he ain't fighting black fighters. Then it's Benavidez, who we gonna get to, who's hanging in the wing as well too. So Canelo resides in this weird space where he fights who you say he should fight. It's just he does it on his own time. You guys shouldn't have a problem with that, because I witnessed you guys do that shit with Pacquiao Mayweather. You guys allowed Pacquiao to come up with all kind of provisions and fight who he wanted to when he wanted to after the fact. Let's not forget Shane Mosley and him supposed to have fought before that, but Pacquiao was like, absolutely not. If we do that fight, we're going to have to do some type of catch weight. Let's not get it twisted. Mayweather, been supposed to fight Berto. He chose to fight Berto as opposed to Kell Brook to be undisputed instead, which we like, damn, man, he's supposed to be fought Berto or this person or that person. So Canelo and this A side, this Pacquiao, this Mayweather, these type of characters, AJ, these guys who sell, they're going to fight who they want, when they want, how they want. So with that being established, I think it was a fight that was necessary. It wasn't ideal for me. I don't mind Jamel having a fight. I do like it because the Canelo resume looking stupid right now. No matter how you slice it. Also, Jamel, I'm not mad at Jamel for taking the fight because it was an overdue fight. He jumped up. He had to seize the moment. He wasn't the A side. He didn't make excuses. He just went up there and he conceded. But I don't like too many concessions in the spirit of a fighter because when you're a fighter, there has to be a level of animosity and competitive flow. It can't be too respectful because then it becomes more political as opposed to a brutal sport. Like, you got to go in there with your testosterone high, a chip on your shoulder, so to say. You can't just be sitting here praising, oh, Canelo, thank you for the opportunity. And I didn't like the way he was carrying himself in the build up to the fight. I didn't like the situation with him and his brother. Of course, you never want to see that with family. So I'm glad them two guys hugged it out and they're coming back together. And the timing was off because we wanted to see Jamel be somewhere else. That's my thoughts. And Phil, what you got on that?
Yeah, man, I'm with you on most of that stuff that you said. I think that Jamel to me is just a character. He wants to portray that he's this, tough guy and whatnot. Look, man, I'm gonna tell you now, this persona that you were trying to portray to the fans, to the spectators, that you're some tough guy, out here in this boxing world, and you got this mean, aggressive attitude towards random people, towards all these other guys you fought, means nothing because you laid down against Canelo Alvarez. All that aggressive gestures and mean mugging meant nothing when it came down to getting in there with somebody who was just as powerful as you, and could walk your ass down, and you folded like a chair. And guys may not like the way I said it, but he essentially punked you, man. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't like what he said in the post fight. I didn't like how he was acting in the pre-fight, and it showed that night. Canelo completely dominated the kid, man. He never stood a chance. So that tough guy act, man, it needs to decease, man. You need to kill it. It needs to be dead because everybody knows now that you're not the guy that you're portraying. I'm just saying, bro. Just be yourself.
I agree with that, man. That's a good perspective because it does take some of the luster off the lion persona. I also don't like how he's doubling down by adding to that by trying to go at Gilly the Kid and Wallow for $1 million worth of game. If you don't know, those guys do a good podcast on musicians, and they're big fans of boxing. And I like Gilly and Wallow because, man, they are another outlet for boxing, and I respect that because they fuck with it tough. And I appreciate that because boxing needs as much help as it can get. And I don't appreciate when guys go to like Sway, who supports boxing as well. I don't like when these guys, obviously hot boxing is obvious because it's Mike Tyson, right? But these guys who are casual fans from different genres that had nothing to do with boxing, even like It Is What It Is with Cameron and Mace, I be appreciating them guys. And these boxers don't be needing to go in there trying to beat up the media guy. Even the Breakfast Club has got this shit together and said, man, let's bring some of these boxers up here to shine some of this light on them before the fight. And I just think these guys, to me, in my opinion, they do mismanage some of those opportunities because usually, man, Al Heyman has done a great job it putting you swaying on the universe. You'll do $1 million worth of game, and you usually do Breakfast Club. And those 3 outlets are enough. And then you could do Mike Tyson hot boxing if you choose to. Those are 4 massive outlets in addition to all of the sub outlets of the YouTube boxing community, which has reigned supreme on putting this boxing shit out here. So to me, I agree. Why would you play tough, frown up all the time? And I'm neutral on this because I knew that I felt like this fight was gonna be like this, regardless if it was at 154. To me, so I was kind of neutral. I didn't even order the pay-per-view this time. Y'all know I usually order the pay-per-view, but I'm always honest. I did not order because I just didn't feel the energy, and maybe because Phil kind of. You know, I talked to Phil. If that shit, his shit logical, it sounded like a realistic possibility that it wouldn't be in the knockout. So it's kind of like, man, do I want to invite everybody? Do I want to support this shit for some shit that I know ain't gonna be exciting and lackluster? And I'm glad I didn't, because the dude went in there and laid an egg, and now he's going around threatening Gilly the Kid. You know what I'm saying? He and his brother, because of and this big mall more so too. And it's generally speaking, I don't like when these guys get mad at the outlets. And Maul, not to switch subject, but Maul is currently mad at Gilly the Kid because he had Caleb Plant, and I guess it's a feeling of he's supporting the guy when it's just an objective interview, bro. You just got slapped. It's a hot topic in boxing. Y'all got to capitalize on that. Jack Johnson said it best, man. All publicity is good publicity. I don't care what you write about me, just write about me. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know Jack Johnson probably, I even argue over Ali, man. He probably was the most controversial nigga in boxing of all time. I mean, the shit he was doing was crazy. So I just don't understand the logic behind that. And the question, though, this is where we get to cooking. This is where we do our thing at Phil. Give me what you think should be next for both of those fighters after the conclusion of the fight. What you got?
Well, you already know, man. Canelo's got to go the David Benavidez route. To me personally, just because that fight there is overdue. And you know, man, I got a lot of respect for David Benavidez, man, because he has been patient and he's been doing it the right way. Everybody knows he wants to fight Canelo, but he's not out there screaming his name. You know, he's mainly asked questions about Canelo. He never brings up Canelo name just in basic conversation. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, somebody asks him who he wants to fight, he says Canelo, you know. But like the man said, I'm just waiting my time, man. As long as I keep winning in the fashion that I'm winning in, there's no way that he's going to be able to keep avoiding me or keep fighting these other guys and not fight me. So I got a lot of respect for Benavidez in that aspect, man. And, you know, he fumbled the bag, man, not once but twice, but he's been on the straight and narrow, man. So I like what he's doing. And as long as he keeps that up, he's going to be all right. So that's what's next for Canelo for me. That's what I would like to see. Will it happen? I have no idea. For Jamil, you know, Jamil just needs to try and get that fight with Tim Tszyu so he can go 2 times undisputed at the same weight class. Obviously, we know the WBO, he got stripped of that belt because he decided to take the Canelo fight. But, you know, man, go back down to your weight class and reign supreme and be the man like he was. You know, the only issue is you got a lot of guys moving up to that division that could potentially beat you. But nevertheless, you still hold 3 of the 4 major titles. So if I'm him, I move back down where I'm comfortable, and I move back down where I'm the fucking man and I'm the A side, because that makes sense for him. And we'll see how that goes.
Okay, so cool. Yeah, he need to go. I agree with that 100%. I ain't nothing to caveat. I think he go back to 54. I like the attempt of Canelo. It's on your resume now. We got that out the way. We ain't got to worry about this for years and years. And you say who Canelo never fought. It's done. It ain't what you thought it was. It wasn't sweet as you thought it was. You learned your lesson. Take yourself back down to 154. If you do grow out of that weight class and you want to continue, definitely don't mind seeing him at 160. Maybe in the future you could revisit 168 if you have enough time. Maybe. So that's not uncharted territory for Mel. He did at least put his name in the hat. You just can't fuck with Canelo, right? And that is what it is. So I'm agreeing with that. Now that segue into the Crawford conversation, and we have a three-way situation. Because the second part of the question that you responded to was, okay, Canelo. I also agree with that. I mean, it's just really point blank period, man. Benavidez. There's nothing else to say about Canelo. Like, his path is so goddamn clear. It's more clear than the goddamn heavyweights. And this nigga got multiple options. It just can't be no clearer than Benavidez in May. Like, you beat up one of the Charlos. It just can't be no clearer than Benavidez. I'm ready for Benavidez versus Canelo. That's the fight I want to see at 168. It'll be awesome. Also, Crawford, 154, Earl Spence. Because these all are entanglements that lead to other fighters. Now, I agree. Jamel need to go back down to 154. Canelo need to fight Benavidez at 168. That's the next move. So if they're doing that, that means Crawford, okay, has thrown a monkey wrench in the game. He's saying now, man, for him, Canelo is on the table, but Jamel ain't on the table because he ain't like the performance. But Canelo is saying Crawford not on the table. Man, how do you unweave all that? What you think about all that shit? Like, all those scenarios. Canelo saying he ain't fighting Crawford, but Crawford want to fight him. Crawford said he don't want to fight Jamel, but Jamel clearly probably going to go back down to 154. Then on top of that, Crawford still got the rematch thing going on with Spence. What do you make of all those scenarios?
Yeah, man. So for me, I don't have a problem with Canelo saying he's not going to fight Crawford, right? Because what that does is that just eliminates another opponent that people can try to put him up against. And the more people you put in the pot, the more less likely he's going to fight David Benavidez. So I like Canelo saying, I'm not interested in fighting Crawford. And I don't think he's ducking Crawford or anything. I just think that realistically, he may have bigger fish to fry. Not saying that Crawford is not a big fish, but we just saw what just happened with a guy moving up. Now this is going to be a guy moving up three weight classes, right? So look, man, if Canelo decides to fight one of these other guys within his division, to me, I would prefer that. Whether it's Andrade, whether it's Morrell, whether it's Benavidez, even, I don't know, man. Any one of those guys, man, to me is a better fight for Canelo to have, because that's somebody that's actually in his division and not something that people are just clamoring for that could potentially be lopsided, right? So he's saying the right things. Now, Terrence Crawford, on the other hand, sounds like he's playing hardball as far as whether they want to fight at 154 or not. At the end of the day, Crawford won the fight. He gets to decide the weight. End the fucking story. I don't care what he did for you to make the fight happen at 147. That ain't got nothing to do with me. People said that Earl made all these concessions and because he wanted to fight so bad and all this other kind of shit. Bro, that don't have nothing to do with Crawford and what the fuck that contract say. If Crawford say you want to have that fight at 147 again and you want it to be done, then you go ahead and get it done. If not, shut the fuck up, move up to 154 and try to potentially get a fight for a vacant title or something, or fight your stablemate. It's a lot of different options out there, man. And speaking of the stablemate, and you speaking of Wallow and those guys, they made some great points in regards to the stuff that's going on in boxing. So shout out to them, right? And then let's roll over to Crawford in general, right? He is in a position to where he does have a lot of options, right? He can go up to 54, right, and fight Spence at 54. He can fight Spence at 47. He can go up to 54 and he can potentially get a fight with one of those other guys, right? Or he can say, hey, I'm gonna stay at 47, and he's got a potential Ennis fight or a Thurman fight or any one of those guys that's kind of lingering within the division right now, man. So He's the top dog, man. He's undisputed. So, what that comes with that, man, is I do what the fuck I want to do within reason, right? Crawford's the kind of guy that I think whatever he decides, it's gonna be good for the sport. And I'm confident in that, right? No direction that Crawford goes in is going to be a wrong one at this point, right? If he decides to fight Boots, people want to see that. If he decides to fight Thurman, okay, he's cleaning out somebody that is within his generation, right? Kind of came in the same time as him. He completely cleaned out every guy within that division that meant something at one point in time, right? So I would think that Thurman would be probably the most disappointing decision from a lot of fans because he's been so inactive, but nevertheless, he's still a two-time champion, right? Yeah, man. And as far as what Spence, I mean, look, bro, like I said, if you're not going to fight Crawford, man, move on, go up to 54, potentially fight your stablemate, or try to get a fight with a get back fight with somebody that's solid at 154 pounds. It's a lot of guys that's in that division that you can go up and compete against. So that's just kind of where those guys are for me. Canelo, stay within your division, fight one of those guys. Crawford, whatever you decide to do, like I said, I feel like it's going to be good for boxing. And Spence, man, hey, look, bro, just go ahead. And if you're not going to fight Crawford at 47, move on and do your work at 54 and start rebuilding your brand. None of that is bad options for any of these guys.
I'm aligned with that. I think that yes, Canelo Benavidez is next to take all these crazy options off the table. I think that Mayo should return to 54, be a player down there. I think Crawford and Earl Spence should honor the contract. I mean, it's a contract. If it's at 147, it's at 147. If it's 154, it's at 154. Either way, Crawford is in the right. Could he do him a solid? Could we pull the man? Let's be brothers, man. Come on, look out for me. Let's keep it copacetic. He can do that if he chooses to, and he can not do that if he don't, because there was a lot of issues going on in the background that these guys got over with, and you just never know what truly happened and how somebody got handled or punked or whatever. We don't truly know what the splits was on a fight. We just know these guys came to an agreement in the conclusion. So we don't know if it was really 50-50 or it was just 50-50 in word. Like, look, man, we made the fight. Man, Crawford could have got X, and he was really satisfied with it, and he probably just made the fight. Maybe. I don't know. Let's see what it was. And now Crawford saying, hey, listen, man, I'm in the driver's seat. It is already understood that this is what happens when you cross over. This is what Canelo does, because you guys will concede to Canelo on everything. You guys conceded to Mayweather. This same issue that Mayweather had with De La Hoya. He beat De La Hoya, and De La Hoya wanted to control everything again. Mayweather said, absolutely fucking not. So if you liked it then, I know you should like it now. Shane Mosley, him and Oscar De La Hoya had a third fight. De La Hoya still, after losing twice to the man, wanted to fucking goddamn still control the third fight. Shane Mosley said, absolutely not, I'm moving on. I'm not finna do that, bro. You can't keep beating these monsters and then think that you get to control everything. Recent example, Bivol. I absolutely love what Bivol did. He said, no, I'm not conceding shit. I'm not fighting at no fucking 168 unless X, Y, and Z is met, or you bring your ass to 75, and Canelo has to hold that L. And Bivol did the right thing. Like, man, I don't have time for that shit, bro. You lost. I'm not finna play that game. I'm not that up your ass to where I gotta have this payday fight from you. I'm cool. I already whooped you, and I understand that with Crawford. I know people, Earl Spence is a good guy and all that kind of shit, but yeah, so was De La Hoya, so was Canelo, so was Mayweather. It happens in boxing. You lose, and that's what happens. You give up and you concede ground. Now, far as the plays at 147, I definitely like a Keith Thurman versus Terrence Crawford fight. I like a Boots versus Keith Thurman fight. I like a Boots versus Terrence Crawford, and all that mix up at 147. I think that is pretty clear down there. I think Crawford is the man, and I think only 3 fights are at value down there, which is Spence, Boots, and Thurman. If he move up to 54, I'm not sure if Mel can get back on a good foot. Maybe he go down there, he beat Zoo, and now Crawford looks at the fight as a little bit more, sensational, especially with him having all the belts. And maybe he sees, okay, I can beat this guy. So maybe, Crawford's in a position where he gets to watch what Mel does. If Mel comes back, beat Zoo, or hell, ideally, if Zoo remain undefeated and pull the upset and beat Charlo, that probably be even a bigger fight with Crawford. And I'm interested in that. I'm interested in a rematch at 147. I'm interested in, even if Keith Thurman boots don't happen at 47, I'm cool with Crawford moving to 54 and mixing it up with Zoo, Spence at 54 again if it need to be, Thurman and Boots if they are in Male and Zoo. I'm cool with all of that. There's also an X factor in the play at work too, far as an option for Earl Spence, and I want to go past it to Zoe and Ryan and get y'all thoughts on this too. And it could be anything that we covered that you heard. What y'all think about this Lubin conversation? Because he looked good, and they're saying that Earl Spence's option could be to go up and fight Lubin for a vacant title. So, Zomani, go ahead. Clark, you got it after that on all the things we talked about. But if you can, tap in on that question at 147.
I think 147 pretty clear. You pretty much put it right where it need to be. You know what I mean? And that fight with Lubin for Spence, I think that's a good fight for him to bounce back. I mean, I definitely don't think he needed to touch Crawford at all. You know what I mean? I think he need to take some time off and, build his repertoire back up. You know what I mean? And go ahead and get him a title at 154 because he seemed like he'd been struggling to make 147 the last few fights. The fights he had at 147. So, I think that'll be a good bounce back for Earl Spence. And you just take you some time before you see Crawford again. I don't think you should go back into the rematch. But other than that, you hit it right on the head with 147.
What you think about the fight between Mel and Canelo in the conclusion? What you think about that fight? What was your thoughts on it?
It was terrible. Mel went in there for a check. He wasted his time. Like you said, bro, it was a waste of time seeing that fight. He should have never went up. You know what I mean? If you at least like when remember when Kell Brook went up and when Amir Khan went up, they gave solid fights, even though they have a chance. You feel me? They went up there to really, they went in there fighting. You know what I mean? They was giving good rounds until the points that they got dominated. You feel what I'm saying? And got stopped. You know what I mean? But both of them boys went up there to fight, like to try to win. He went up there like he was just going to dance around a few rounds and collect the check and say, oh, I fought Canelo. Nah, that ain't it, bro. Like you damaged your whole repertoire for what we considered you. I considered you a solid fighter before then, but I lost a lot of respect for that one. You know what I mean? Like, what was the point of you fighting Canelo when you could have just went in and got Timzu and then got Crawford? You feel what I'm saying?
And Zoe Money, you actually picked Mel to beat him, right?
Yeah, yep, I sure did, bro. I was hurt bad, hurt real bad. Cause you embarrassed, like just for my black brothers. You feel what I'm saying? I just wanted to see you stand up, at least give a little war, bro. You know what I mean? Like something, bro. Cause when in times and spots that he threw his hands, he looked good. You know what I mean? But then you would go back to running. You know what I mean? And Canelo just tapping you. And then most of the time in the fight, Canelo was hitting his arms and his side. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm just like, bro, what you so scared of? You feel what I'm saying? Like, the whole, he embarrassed the black community, bro. I hate to say it like that, bro, but I really wanted to see him stand up. You know what I mean? But it wasn't in his cards, I guess. But yeah, it was terrible to me. It was one of the worst fights I've seen all year.
What's next for Canelo?
Stop running from Benavidez.
Okay.
Go ahead and give Benavidez that shot.
Okay. All right. Clark, well, you got the flow, man. What you think? What's your thoughts?
Okay, I'm gonna start off with the Jamel situation. Man, I think Jamel was fighting to survive. I think he thought in his mind, okay, I'm gonna get in here and jab and dance. But I think once he felt that pop, felt Canelo power, he was like, he didn't want to get knocked out. I think he was fighting not to get knocked out. And then, if he would have got knocked out and it would have looked bad, I think he was thinking in his head that it probably would have ruined, what he had at 154. I mean, he got paid. They ended to get paid. They only make money for a short amount of time, but there's still no excuse for you not to, let your hands go. But I think, in my opinion, it wasn't no Adrian Broner not letting your hands go because he actually punched at times, jab, but I don't think he was trying to win that fight at all, man. And I feel like, it was a waste of time.
What you got on the fight between Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence? What you think should happen? You think his respect should be put there, or what you got on that?
Man, I just feel like if that fight happened right now and Crawford going there and watch him again, that everybody gonna say, "Oh man, man, he should have took time out," or man, it's a boring fight. So I think Earl should take, Lubin to be good, or Earl should fight somebody, get a dub or two under his belt. I don't know how the contract work with the rematch clause, but use your rematch clause in a fight or two or whatever. I think that'll be better for Earl, for him to, work himself back into things because, man, I'm an athlete, pretty sure all the guys on the call are athlete, man, man, if the boy confidence damaged, man, I don't care what nobody say. I don't care how much dog you got in you, man. He need to get a confidence booster, bro. He need to go in there and fight him a light touch, then maybe another one, then fight Crawford at the end of 24, man. Impossible.
Hey, you know what though? Let me throw this in here real quick though. But this is one thing I can say. I do respect Earl Spence Jr. because although he was getting his ass whipped against Crawford, at no point in time in that fight did I feel like he gave up on himself. You know what I'm saying? The dude just was better than him, and we saw what the result was. You understand what I'm saying? He went in there to win, and he realized that Crawford was a cut above, but that didn't stop him from keep letting his hands go. And I feel like EJ would have went out on his shield in there, man, because even when they stopped it, he was in there looking like Pumpkinhead. He was disappointed that the referee stopped the fight, man. So shout out to him on that, man. You know what I mean?
I respect what you're saying, Phil, but if he'd have went out on his shield, bro, he might want to went out intensive care unit. For real, bro.
I mean, look, bro, look. At the end of the day, if you say you a dog, that's what a result of that is a possibility. Any of these guys can go out big ICU on any given night. But when EJ was in there, bro, I really felt like, he was like, he got to stop me for real. No referee stopping me. Derrick James not stopping me. This boy really got to put me down to where I can't get up. And that's what I say by him going out on his shield. He was going to let his nuts hang as long as they could, But the referee did what he was supposed to do, and he saved the fighter from himself. So good for the referee and good for Earl Spence for not laying down, bro. That's all I'm saying.
Let me ask you a question real quick. What's the Hispanic fighter name that got punched in the back of the head and he in a wheelchair now? I can't call his name. I think it's all like a D or something.
Cologne, ain't it? What's his name?
Yeah, Cologne. Yeah, Cologne. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
And man, I've been watching boxing for a while, and my wife just happened to always be there. And I think she got a degree in like psychology or something like that, and she can read body language. And now she didn't watch fights to where she can't look at the fight. And Cologne, we watched that fight live. And when EJ was fighting, dog, I'll never forget it. He got knocked down for that first time. And she always want to try to study somebody's body language. And then she told him, she was like, dog, EJ can't believe it. Look at him. Like, and bruh, she was like, he can't believe this happening. But the whole time, she was saying that Earl always thought he could win. His body language never changed that he couldn't win. It was like, something wasn't working with him. Like, he did all that training. It was like he wasn't himself. He couldn't believe Crawford was that strong. You know what I'm saying? And like you say, man, I commend him for trying to squab all the way through. But man,
Yeah.
when we didn't believe when cats like Shakur and all these other guys tell you how strong Bud is. Man, Bud's really strong, bro. That dude really strong, bro.
You know what I
So
really
man,
found out about Bud though, bro? When he fought Kell Brook, and how quick, how when he hit Kell Brook, how quick Kell Brook started to retreat. See, when Kell Brook was fighting Earl Spence in that fight before his eye got broke, he was on Earl Spence's neck. You feel what I'm saying? Like if his eye socket never got broke, Kell Brook would have won that fight. You feel what I'm saying? But because he was up in the cards and everything. But when Bud fought Kell Brook and Bud hit Kell Brook with that right hand, bro, and Kell Brook started to retreat, I said, ooh. I said, that boy Terrence Crawford got some real power, bro. Cause you don't see Kell Brook really back up from his opponents too much. You know what I mean? Just everybody he fought, from down the line, he don't really back up from two. But that's the first person I seen him back up from. And he fought Earl Spence at his prime, at his top. When Earl Spence before any injuries or anything. You see what I'm saying? He still didn't back up from Earl Spence, until he got that eye socket broke. You know what I mean? But when I seen this early in the round and Terrence Crawford put that right hand on him, boy, it seemed like he was like, oh, this dude got some real pop. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, that boy could punch for real.
So Clark, what you got on the what you think the next step is for Canelo?
Man, I'm like y'all, man. Hey, man, what that boy named the monster? What they call that dude, man?
Benavidez. Yeah.
Man, Mexican monster, bro. Hey, I'm not gonna lie to you. I would love to see him fight Benavidez, or if not, I would like to see him, catch that fade with Bilbo again. Because, after Bilbo beat him, he didn't really make excuses, but before he fought Twin, he was saying, "Oh man, I was hurt. I wasn't myself." So I would like to see any of those two fights. But at the end of the day, man, like you said, man, that boy Benavidez has been respectful. He ain't really been, calling him out. But when he get asked that question, he gonna, mention his name. I would like to see the fight, man. And in my opinion, I think Benavidez got all the tools to beat him.
What weight class for Bivol versus Canelo? That's gonna be key because it's 75. What you think on that? Like, if is it because Bivol, I don't think it's gonna be at 68.
Man, Bivol said he would go down to 68 to get all the 4 belts. But what I think is, man, it's 2 blueprints you've seen that beat Canelo. And that blueprint with Floyd, man, ain't nobody else can do that, because when guys try to do that outboxing, either they try to, outbox them and do all that moving and get tired, or they get up on the scorecards and then they want to get on their bike. And then, Canelo start going to their body and racking up points and racking up them rounds and putting them back into them rounds. And then, when you squabble him, you damn near already 2 in the hole or 1 in the hole. So
Facts.
I just think Bilbo, bro, he fought him masterfully. I watched that fight like maybe 5 or 6 times, bro. And when I re-looked at it, I was like, damn, Bilbo. But man, when Bilbo was throwing simple combinations, bro, 1-2, you know what I'm saying? Moving. He'll get on he'll feel them ropes, he'll turn them. Or he'll get out by Canelo on the ropes. Then Canelo will want him to engage. But he like, man, I'm not dumb. I know what you want to do. And he'll get in the middle of that ring. I just think he fought a masterful, perfect fight against Canelo, bro. I'm not going to lie. And I don't see Canelo being able to beat that style with him always being fatigued. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm right there with
Clark.
Clark.
Another thing to mention in sequence what Clark just said that Bivol did was the fact that Bivol he had more output than Canelo, right? And his output was more effective than Canelo's, right? See, this is the thing, Canelo came out pretty quick against Mel. You understand what I'm saying? His output was there, right? Against Bivol, his output was as it has been in the past, right? With the bigger guys, but everybody knows. But once the higher weight class you go up, the output kind of decreases somewhat. But Bivol threw twice as many punches as Canelo Alvarez, right? And he did it in a way to where he threw great combinations and he knew when to press forward and he knew when to back off. When Canelo wanted him to press forward, Bivol backed off. When Canelo wanted to, you know what I'm saying? He kind of did the yin yang thing against Canelo Alvarez, and Canelo could never, adapt or adjust to it, man. When Canelo leaned up against the ropes, you'd be able to throw his one, two, three punch combinations back up and say, "All right, well, come on, come walk towards me. I don't have to engage with you. I just punch in your face 3 times. That's I don't have to keep punching you in your face.
Yeah.
I'm up on the cards. You know what I'm saying? 3-0. So like Clark said, it was a beautiful game plan, man. And like I said, his output is what put him in the position to essentially, get an easy win against Canelo Alvarez, man.
That's true. I agree. So so Bivol is something that people I want to see straight Benavidez unless Canelo's gonna jump to 175. I don't even want to see Bivol coming down to 68 fucking with Canelo. I would like to see Bivol stay up there and try to unify 175 and get some traction going at 175 with Zerto and all those guys. And
Arthur better be
but Turkey.
Nah, man, look, let me tell you, man. Let's go ahead. Look, I'm gonna be real with you. If you don't give me Benavidez, go ahead and give me Andrade, man. I'll take that Andrade ass.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
Thank you,
let's get that Andrade.
We're gonna get to Andrade because
he's about to fight Benavidez.
We're still talking about Benavidez already, right? So if Benavidez versus Andrade can happen en route to Benavidez getting the Canelo fight, how do y'all see the Benavidez and your boy Andrade fight looking? Because I see him getting stopped in 4 rounds because he's just too shit.
Hey, look, let me time in on that.
You gonna get it. You overrated fighter. Just trash all around. So I don't see this shit gonna be easy for Benavidez.
Man, I think, man, to be honest with you, man, I know my boy Zone not too fond of Boo Boo, man. I know you don't like him. But man, I think Boo Boo a slick fighter, man. You know, he a southpaw, he long, he got power. But at the end of the day, bro, they might go a couple good rounds. And man, Boo Boo get tired and get sloppy. He fight good in the beginning of fights. Everybody see that. He knock cats down first round, but never can get nobody out there. So I think he might get out maybe 1, 2, 3 rounds, maybe. Then after that, we already know what's gonna happen. He finna walk that boy down. And simple and plain as that.
So I know you're a Boo Boo truther. What you got? You actually think Boo Boo can beat?
Yeah, I do. I think because
technically, look, check it out then. So cool. If that's the trajectory, then if Boo Boo beats Benavidez, that takes him off the table. Do you think, on top of giving me your thoughts, do you think Andrade then gets to fight with Canelo if he beats Benavidez?
Oh yeah, definitely. I think that'll give him the notoriety he need to fight. I think Canelo can finally stop running from him. You feel what I'm saying? Because I think Canelo been dodging Boo Boo for years because of, the style similar to Landy Laura. Like, I really think he lost that fight years ago. You feel what I'm saying? And me and 1,000 other people. You feel what I'm saying? So I do think that if he can get past Benavidez, which is gonna be a tall task because Benavidez is no slouch. He's a monster. He's a Mexican monster for real. And I know it's a stretch saying that he gonna whoop him. You feel what I'm saying? But I believe that he got the skills to, stay away from that right hand. You feel what I'm saying? And also land his left and his right. You know what I mean? And get in and out. You know what I mean? Kind of similar to how Landy Laura fought Canelo. You know what I mean? I think that'll be the style type of fight it will be. You know what I mean? Like, but like y'all said, Benavidez is the Mexican monster, and I ain't got nothing but respect for home. You know what I mean? So, hey, if he catches Demetrius Andrade, it might be night. But I really think Boo Boo could beat him. You know what I mean? And if Boo Boo can beat him, get past him, because this will prove to the naysayers how good Boo Boo really is, because you know he's still undefeated. You know what I mean? But this will show how good he really is if he can beat. Because they supposed to fight November 25th, if I saw it correctly. You know what I mean? But I really do think he got the antidote to smash Canelo. If he get in a fight with Canelo, he gonna beat Canelo, hands down.
Okay.
All right, man. My turn.
Everybody finna be a superstar according to you, just to make sure this is clear. He's in line to be a superstar. He's finna go in here and beat Benavidez, and then he's gonna get to Canelo fight and beat Canelo.
You know that's my wish.
Okay.
I ain't just saying like he just gonna run through Benavidez, bro. I'm not saying it like that because you know I got respect.
I got you. And you saying he gonna get?
I got respect for the boy Benavidez.
Okay, so you say he gonna get a big win.
But I do believe he got the skills though. I do.
Okay. Two big wins. I got you. Two big wins. I got you.
All right, man. Come on, bro. Hey, look, man. You know, man. Come on, man. Boo Boo is not good to me, bro. Like I don't like his fighting style. I think he's people like to say he's slick. I just think his fundamentals are poor. You know, skills pay the bills, and I just don't think the dude got a whole lot of skills, man. You know, once upon a time, you know, look, this is my thing, man. People show you who they are, man. Believe that shit, bro. He's shown me to be a guy that looks decent to good against mid-level fighters, right?
Yeah.
And to me, bro, I just don't see anything special in him that's going to allow him to beat Benavidez or Canelo Alvarez. I don't want to bash Boo Boo, man, but the truth of the matter is, everything that I've seen from him, is why I feel the way I feel about him. You understand what I'm saying? He is an undefeated fighter. You know what I'm saying? He's a 2-division champ. You know, you got to respect that at the end of the day. I respect the accolades, but I don't respect the skills of Demetrius Andrade, right? Because I just think that his style is all wrong for a guy like Benavidez or Canelo. He may prove me wrong. He may be one of those guys that he's a rise to the occasion kind of fighter. And a win from Demetrius Andrade will solidify him as what people believe him to be if he's able to go out and beat Benavidez, right? So you know, man, look, at the end of the day, he's getting an opportunity right now, and I gotta commend him for fighting a guy that potentially, I mean, that everybody's essentially saying that is being ducked within the division. Is the Mexican monster. Demetrius Andrade is stepping up and fighting that guy.
Yeah.
It's what they say. But like I just mentioned, you show me who you are, I believe you. I'm not going to believe that fight is happening until Demetrius Andrade actually steps into that ring, because we know how he do, man. You know, and I'm not going to cape for the man. He will pull out a fight.
He will
pull out a fight. So we don't know what the future has for him. You understand what I'm saying? But hey, man, he as of now, he's getting in the ring with David Benavidez, and we all know what he is. And Demetrius Andrade thinks he can beat that guy. So we'll see how that goes. And if he puts on a good performance, who knows, man? He still could be a live dog in this deal. You understand what I'm saying? But right now, I'm just not really impressed with Demetrius Andrade like I was initially. Once upon a time, I thought that he had a lot of potential and he could really make some noise. But the truth of the matter is, he's the same fighter that I thought he was when he first became a professional. I haven't seen any really true progression in Demetrius Andrade, and I think that's been his biggest downfall, along with a lot of bad decisions that he's made for his career. Inactivity being one of them.
What you say? We know what Benavidez is. What is he?
A monster.
Well, this is what I'll say. I
thought y'all were about to say a Potterhead.
I mean,
I'm making jokes.
Benavidez.
I'm capping.
Man.
Like that.
Nah, man, look, at the end of the day, man, I think Benavidez, like I said earlier, man, I think he's the kind of guy that, obviously he fought Darrell, he fought Plant, you know,
Man, he beat the brakes
he's
off
he's
Plant.
he's in a position to where if he can't get the top guy, he's trying to get the next best guy in the division, right? And I think and I think after Demetrius Andrade fight, if he still can't get a Canelo fight, he's probably going to go the Morrell route because that'll be really the only guy left in that division that could potentially give him a problem, right? So, man, he's doing everything. He's doing everything right at this point, man. So for me, who do I think he is? I think he's a guy that made some mistakes, realized he made those mistakes, and right now, man, he's keeping his nose clean. He's keeping his hands clean. You know what I'm saying? And he's stopping shit. That's who he is right now.
I think if he can't get that fight, neither one of them good fights at 168, bro, he might as well go to 175, bro. Simple and plain. But he got the deal tied up.
I agree with that. I think he should go.
If Canelo don't want to give him the fight, bro, ain't no use to him waiting around because I know he can be at 175 comfortable. And I'm pretty sure he can get one of those two big fights.
I had to see it at the Morrell. I like the two fights. I think the two fights after Morrell, I like Andrade. And I like the Morrell fight to borrow some time because it is what it is. And then Canelo. If Canelo is not that option, then I would like to see him versus Zerto and Smith and Bivol.
Better be at.
Now, let me say this to make this clear to stop all this shit. I don't give a fuck which one of them from 154 to nothing that goes up to 175. They all gonna get stopped by Beterbiev. That's my thoughts. So I don't care how that shape out or who become undisputed.
Hold on. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
So you telling me you think Awesome can beat Bivol?
Yeah. So what I'm saying is anybody I don't care if they undisputed. From 154, 160, 168, and if they find themselves at light heavy at 175 trying to do anything,
they get stopped.
Until further notice. Second, I got Bivol beating everything, but I got Beterbiev and Bivol needing to fight before your boy even get up there because Benavidez is doing it the right way. He's come back with a vengeance. The dude is fighting the fights. He's not doing all that bullshit. He's staying on weight. He's not having any issues. So I fuck with him on that. I would like to see Andrade, and I would like to see Morrell and Canelo. That's enough. That's 18 months of fighting, so we can see what Bivol got going on. Bivol and Beterbiev need to be on fault in between that time. That's just straight up.
It's a hold up because the WBC saying they won't let Bivol fight for the WBC. That's the main problem because he's from Russia. But
better be from Russia too.
But they say he's from Canada. He's saying Canada. He's Canadian.
Hey man.
But I'm gonna tell you this:
if Bivol get in that ring with Beterbiev, he getting stopped, bro. Straight like that.
Nah,
ain't nobody at 175 messing with Beterbiev, bro.
Man, I just seen him get Floyd not too young. I seen him get Floyd like fight before last.
Yeah, he did get Floyd. But what happened after that?
Listen, look, George gave
what
him
happened after that?
Calendar. Hey man, that boy. Listen, I'm taking all bets. I got Bivol.
Nah, look. I'm a slide to the side of the fence with. I'm a slide to the side of the fence with Clark on this, man. I think Bivol right now got the style that could potentially give Beterbiev some problems because Beterbiev is getting up in age, and I think I like the skills of Bivol, man. I like the skills.
That's 1 and 2. That's 1 and 2. So. Gotcha. You said we ain't going outside of those guys. Still, if anybody from 154, 60, or 68 jump up to 75, one of them two gonna beat them guys and everybody, regardless of whoever you got picking between them two, right? You got Beterbiev, you got Bivol. Do anybody jump up from 154 to 60 to 68, jumping up to 175? Do y'all see anybody beating Bivol?
Nah. Hell nah.
Go ahead, Zo.
I think the Mexican Monster can.
Okay, cool.
I think the Mexican Monster, he got a shot.
at Bivol as a okay. That makes sense. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. I mean, I think we all on the same page. That it's just some got Batavia, some got Bivol. It's splitting hairs, and I'm with you on that. I do agree with Clark and Phil. I got Bivol number 2, and I wouldn't be surprised that if there's a case where Batavia slip and Bivol beat him. I'm not surprised at. I wouldn't be surprised at that. That's what I'm saying. I'm cool on that. I can.
Yeah,
my thing is this.
I wouldn't be neither because Bivol got the skills. He showed that. You know what I mean? He got the skills to beat him.
He punching. He can punch. He sticks to the game plan. But what I'm saying is this: if we are banking on Arthur Better Bill, he has to knock Bivol out. He has to knock him out.
But he punched like a train, though, bro. Clark, he punched like a train, bro.
Hey, I'm gonna say this. I'm the biggest Wilder fan probably in the United States of America. I'm the biggest Wilder fan. Ain't nobody punching like Wild Thing. But hey, man, all I'm gonna say is this: if he can't get him out of there and knock him out, he's gonna lose.
Not necessarily. It ain't like the guy just got. He's not Ricardo Mayorga, right? This guy. Yeah,
I'm not saying that. But his style is Triple G. He is GGG. He's the GGG.
No, sir.
I disagree on that one, bro.
Yeah, okay. So if that's what you assessing it on, I'll take that. We'll revisit that if it happens. So okay, so that's the consensus though. At 75, we both got those guys at the top. We got Benavidez needing to fight Canelo at 68, and 60 is in shambles. And 154, Jamel it got a lot of plays on top table. Crawford, Thurman, and all them. Now speaking of Thurman, because we did touch on Thurman as a possible opponent for Crawford. One thing I want to say is, what y'all think about if y'all seen this? Ugas getting smashed by Barrios, who also fought Thurman and who fought Tank, and this conversation about Tank versus Thurman. What's y'all thoughts on that?
Man, stop.
Man, that boy Tank better stay away from that, man.
Yeah,
even though he been out.
Yeah, that's a bad fight for Tank. That's a bad fight.
Bro, look, let me tell you something, bro. That shit, man, look. Tank don't want to fight no Thurman, man. Look, at the end of the day, Tank fighting Pitbull Cruz again, bro. They said they about to have a rematch next year in January, bro.
Right.
For what?
That's just the latest I got. I'll post it in the chat so y'all can look into it yourself. But the latest I got is this man's supposed to be fighting Pitbull Cruz again, bro. Bullshit, fam.
Hey, I
don't want to see it.
Yeah, I definitely. Yeah, that's a dangerous fight for Tank. Really is. That's what I see.
I like to revisit on that. I mean, these guys ain't no problem with fighting a couple of times. I don't have a problem with that because they all at 135 and they all ranked. And if he ain't getting something else at 135, I would rather see that instead of some tomato can that they don't just dug up out the earth. So I'm cool with that.
How you feel about Tank and Ortiz? Jermaine Ortiz.
Who?
Jermaine Ortiz.
The one that fought Lomachenko. Yeah, I like Jermaine Ortiz.
Yeah, he cool too. I mean, as long as he's ranked in his
bro, hold on, man. Yo, fuck all that. What about Tank and Shakur? That's the only shit I want to see.
Right.
Well, I got Shakur against the world.
I'm not so. For me, I'm cool with all the options at 35 until they get it cleaned out because Devin did his thing. I'm just not so high on Shakur. So like when people throw Shakur in the mix, it's kind of like how I felt about Mel this whole time with throwing him in the mix with Canelo and all that. It's one of them shits where it's like, okay, I see it when I believe it when I see it. I'm not so high on those Shakur Stevenson. So now that don't mean Tank don't need to fight him. I definitely want to see it, but it's just something about Shakur just seems false to me. I gotta see more. I
feel like you need more body of work, bro. Like he ain't done too much at 135 yet. You know what I mean? Like he need a few more fights.
Man, I'm just not impressed with the nigga's skills at all. Like I know he can box. I'm just not impressed with shit from the nigga at all. So when people say, What about Shakur? It's like almost saying a fucking me versus a toddler. It gets nothing. Like y'all, like, it's me. I listen to y'all who like Shakur, like feel like Shakur, but I'm not really. I don't. Man, if Tank don't fight Shakur, I really don't give a fuck because I'm not entertained by Shakur at all. I haven't seen anything that makes me say, "Whoo, this nigga, I gotta see him." I don't really care for Shakur at all. Not that he bad. I just don't. I'm just not interested in a nigga. Like it just he ain't done nothing to me for me. I don't know, man. But they gotta fight though. They gotta fight though. So yeah, I don't know. Shakur, man, he alright, man. I'm
not. Let me say this right here. Let me chime in real quick. We talking about what if. This is what if factor. But man, we got a fight. I think is in November, if I'm not mistaken. Who y'all got out of Regis and Haney? That's what I want to know.
We're gonna get to that. We just I want to make sure. Well, because Phil was speaking on Shakur. Let's give him. Because 35. Because here's the thing about Tank. The reason I mentioned Tank and Thurman is because Tank is flirt. We all know this about Tank. Tank flirts between, let's be honest, 147, 140, 135. So, yeah, he could fight Shakur, but the nigga could go up to 140 and fight Haney and get in the mix with them out of nowhere. The nigga could do some crazy shit and fight Thurman. So, he's one of them pound-for-pound floating Canelo, Mayweather-ass niggas that ain't finna sit down, in my opinion, and clean shit out. So, I'm not expecting him like as much as I am with Shakur. See, Shakur, I expect Shakur to do more work at 135 than Tank, in my opinion. And I can see a scenario in which Tank don't fight Shakur or maybe Haney or Neville Lomachenko because Tank just floats. He'll fuck around and do Pitbull Cruz. Next thing you know, this nigga up here fighting goddamn Tio Lopez and then Thurman. It just the nigga
or a Barrios rematch.
Now that would be a great. Now that would be a great fight. Him and Lopez. That's the fight I've been wanting to see for years.
I want to see that too.
I want to see it too.
I'm not here for it.
I prioritize that. If he fights, I'm gonna be honest with you. If the nigga fight Thurman, I want to see that over Shakur because I want to see something more interesting from Tank. If Tank jump up and fight Haney, I want to see him fight Haney over Shakur. If he jumps up and he fight fucking Tio, I want to see that fight over Shakur. So when it comes to Tank, I still want to see Tank versus Lomachenko. Like Shakur to me is damn near 5th or 6th on the list. I don't really even got nothing that I want to see from Shakur. Like I don't see a fight for me outside. But it ain't nothing that I want to see from Shakur, bro. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I don't find the nigga interesting at all. Devin Haney ain't gonna be a good one to me. That's all I got on him.
I just think he needs more
like
work.
Shakur, I think Shakur the man.
I just think you need more work, bro.
Well, we're gonna see.
I don't think so.
Yeah, we're gonna see. We're gonna see.
Man, look, I've been saying he the man since I can remember, and I still think he the man. So,
no doubt. But we're gonna see.
Respect. Who you supposed to be fighting next?
He ducked. Okay, now let's talk about this before we slide on to them heavyweights too, because we clearing out these divisions. And if we forget something that we want to touch on, y'all definitely tap in with it. And if you listening out there like Rollo, Champ Ross, if y'all got some questions, throw them in the chat because we might have overlooked something. I think we kept digging in boxing pretty well today. My thing is, yeah, that's Rollo, man. He and now Champ Ross. What's up? Champ Ross, man, I've been busy. I keep forgetting that shit, man. My bad. What's y'all thoughts on let me jump to the Wilder thing first, and I'm gonna come back when we finish up because I want to make sure we get through Wilder and AJ. What's going on with that? What y'all think is the situation? Because and then we got to touch on Tyson Fury, we got to touch on Usyk because those are the rumored fights, and we got to touch on Tyson Fury versus this MMA fighter and Mike Tyson training him. So, what's y'all thoughts on the heavyweight division and what's rumored to be happening? They say Wilder and AJ was in talk. AJ pulled out. AJ's supposed to be extremely terrified of Wilder. Tyson Fury gonna beat up the MMA fighter and then gonna beat up Usyk later in December. So, what's y'all thoughts on that?
Man, let me go first on that one,
Man,
bro. Look, let me go first on that one real quick, bro. All right, look, this thing with AJ right here, right? This is what I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna be dead. I'm dead. It might be funny to y'all, but I'm dead ass serious though, bro. Derrick James, two best fighters, just got their fucking ass beat the fuck up. Okay, and if I'm AJ, I'm kind of like, am I with the right fucking person to go and fight this fucking monster and Deontay Wilder? Like, I'm pulling out the fight too. Like, no, I'm serious, bro. I'm pulling out. I'm like, hold on, man. I don't even know if I'm with the right person to give me the best chance to win. Man, he just dropped the ball on two of the biggest fights in boxing. If I'm AJ, I gotta rethink. I gotta prioritize myself. You understand what I'm saying? Because your fighters both just got stopped. See, and the difference between these boys just getting stopped, when this nigga Wilder stop you, this nigga really might kill your fucking ass. So yeah, if I'm AJ, I need to go back to the drawing board, and I'm asking Derrick James all kind of fucking questions like, well, if he do this, then what we gonna do, boss? Like, you really gotta rethink this thing, man. So yeah, if I'm AJ, I'm backing out the fight right now too, because I don't know if I got confidence in my trainer, and that's an important relationship, man. That shit like marriage, bro. You got to be able to trust this motherfucker, and I ain't trusting Derrick James to do a fucking thing. I wouldn't even trust this nigga to take out the trash on trash day at this point. Fuck that. I'm good, I'm homie.
That's a good point. You know what? You made it make sense. So I'm just gonna come in with the AJ is just a pussy, which I think is part of it. But logically, I ain't gonna lie, that makes a lot of goddamn sense, especially if you are. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm looking at them fights like, man, this nigga finna get my brain splattered out against the hardest puncher in fucking heavyweight history. Damn, yo, I'm not finna do that. Hell no. Then I still got Tyson Fury to go. Oh no, he ain't finna get me splattered out on the field like that. I'm with you. I agree. Cause then he gotta see Fury. He gotta see Fury. Man, he might get himself killed, man. You right about that. He needs to be evaluated. He might need to get Freddie Roach or somebody. You right about that. Yeah, AJ need to
Hey, y'all said it all, bro. I ain't even got to say a word. Phil put it right on the head, bro. Hey, I don't trust Derrick James. I wouldn't even, yeah, I'm pulling out too. And then, like you said, AJ is tough.
Yeah, because, boy, Tyson Fury and Wilder are some hard hills to climb, and Derrick James ain't looking too fucking good. You finna get this killed. Yeah, this nigga ain't got nowhere else to go. This nigga can't drop down and wait. This is weight class. At least this can jump up 154 and reinvent himself. Mel can jump back down. Yeah, AJ get his brains blowed out on campus by Wilder, man. That nigga ain't got nowhere to go. With the hospital, man. That nigga finished. Yeah, that's it over with, bro. Yeah, you right about that now.
Now that boy been running for his life for years, bro. They tried to give Buddy what, $50 million or something to fight Wild Thing.
Yeah,
they said they was gonna scratch. He don't want to fight, bro. Like he don't want to fight. Wild. Everybody know this. Ain't nobody can beat Tyson Fury, bro. Nobody can beat Tyson Fury. Okay, Wilder knocked him down 4 times. Tyson Fury the man, we know it. Used to gonna get beat up by Tyson Fury. Okay, boom. Tyson Fury the man. But after Tyson Fury, ain't nobody can beat Wilder to me, bro. I don't see it.
No,
bro.
ain't nobody.
They gonna get
nobody.
I agree.
But you gotta think about this. When you fighting Wilder, you gotta have your life insurance together. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you get your wife, spend some time with your family. Cause bro, homie really, homie be trying not to talk. Man, that boy told them boys, ooh, I'm frustrated. I said, oh no, I'm not fighting him, dog. Hell no. Yeah, they don't want the fade, bro. They don't want the fade, bro. You seen what's the Mexican guy name? I can't think of his name. Who?
Andy Ruiz.
You see when he don't want to fight? The boys say they don't want money that bad. They were talking to fight with Wilder, and then all of a sudden, oh, money not that important to us. We want to act. We're doing stuff outside, bro.
Hey, Andy Ruiz is like, nah, partner, you ain't finna get my brain splattered on the floor. You can't pay me enough to do the ring. Whoa.
Yeah, that shit get ugly over there, man. Yeah.
And then, man, Wilder might be getting up, beat up every round. That nigga take that one little right hand that can knock your ass smooth out. You don't even know what's going on. Your old lady holding your kids in the crowd, your kids crying, your mama crying, everybody blood pressure high. They don't know what's wrong with it. But it made still can have a seizure, bro.
Yeah, you crazy, bro. Yeah, you got to be. Yeah, I'm pulling out.
Nah, bro, bro, no cap though, bro. He completely destroyed King Kong Ortiz punch resistance for the rest of his career, bro. Like he ain't been the same, bro. He been punchy since Wilder hit him, bro. No, I'm being serious, bro. And I'm a big Ortiz fan, but the truth of the matter is, dog, ever since Wilder hit that boy, dog, with that straight right, lined him up. Bro, he's not the same. The nigga brain is functioning at 35%, man.
Yeah,
your brain tell your legs and the rest of your body what to do, bro. It's shit. Like it ain't, bro. He ain't the same, bro. And like, I mean, we laughing about that shit, but Wilder really out here really damaging niggas badly, bro.
Real talk. Why you talking like that? Boy, Tyson Fury brain ain't the same. Real talk. And he still fight. Even though he the man, his brain is not the same, bro. He took a long layoff after that fight.
He said it, but Tyson said it. Tyson said it. He
Fury
said
this.
Mm-hmm.
Fury said this hands down. Fury said, "Hey man, you know, Wilder probably don't like me. He think I cheated or whatever. You know, we fought a couple times. I won." He said, "But at the end of the day, ain't nobody can beat Wilder. Ain't nobody can take that punishment."
Exactly. He said, "I agree," and we all agree. Tyson.
Bro, I agree with that. Let me tell you something, bro. I used to be a Wilder detractor, right? But I'm gonna tell you something, bro. That nigga made a believer out of me. So if he can make a believer out of me, I know these niggas fighting him need to believe. Cause, bro, I'm telling you, man, this boy, his power is on a different level, bro. It really is, man. And I know a lot of people like to hate on him because he's not technically sound and they think he's a horrible fighter and all this other kind of stuff. And you know, some of that stuff is very true. But the one thing that everybody should be able to agree on is that Deontay Wilder has devastating power, and we see the result of his power. It racks up into wins, and it racks up into people just not being the same, bro, after he hit him, man. I don't even know where the fuck Spicker at right now, bro. He might. I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. You know what I mean?
What's his boy name that AJ just fought? His training partner AJ fought last.
Dillian White. Dillian White.
No, not Dillian. The white guy that Wilder knocked out. There was Wilder training partner.
The Viking, man. Hellenius.
Hellenius.
Look, that boy Wilder got a gift and a curse, cuz that boy love Hellenius, cuz that boy to knock the Hellenius out, man. That boy go to that boy crib or hotel. Wilder, I ain't want to do you like that, man. I had to do you like, man. That boy done crying, man. So killed that man, bro.
See, so you definitely gotta have your insurance and your will together when you fight Wilder. and for real, like he said, AJ needs to reconsider that. Like, I mean, so that's respectable. And with that being said, still in the heavyweight division too. And we say we pretty much got Fury beat Usyk. There's some people out there that believe Usyk got the skills for some reason. But speaking on Usyk, what y'all think about the Du Bois fight? And was it a low blow? Was it legit? Did they save the nigga? And what do y'all think about Joey Joyce and Zane? So what y'all got on
Usyk Usyk got stopped. It was a clean blow. They saved him, bro. Bro got stopped, bro. Bro got stopped. Point blank, period.
You talking about
he's a good boxer, but at the end of the day, that dude 6'9". I don't know how much he went in. He gonna come in leaning on him. You know what he say? I'm gonna get the jabbing, slipping, and sliding. He not gonna be able to do nothing with him. Period. Point blank. Usyk is not who we thought he was. Straight up.
I think he is. I think he's a cruiserweight that came and tried to that'll be great, and he did right, and he got some good fights under his belts. It's just that when you start peeling into consistently fighting these monsters at this heavyweight division, bro, you ain't got nowhere to go, bro. You can't run. Like, nigga, this shit gonna get mixed up, nigga. You might come out of here with 10 losses, nigga, and 8 KOs from you getting knocked out 8 times, and you still might be a world champion because it just rotate like that. These niggas are huge. I know 6'2" is 6'2", what, 215, 220 is Usyk. That's
like a midget. That's like a midget in heavyweight now.
But that's a big nigga, right? We know that's a big size guy, but man, these niggas here 6'7", 6'8", 6'9", 6'5". Man, that shit get real motherfucking big. And I think Usyk is wearing down on him, and he's realizing that the hard way. And I do agree with Clark. I think Fury punched down on the boy. I think Wilder absolutely blew his brains out of the canvas. So it's an easy work fight. I think Ruiz beat the shit out of him and all that. And I do think the boy did stop him. I think they saved him on a technicality. And Zane, I think he exposed what I've been saying about Joey Joyce. I know, shout out to Rollo Big Bang. I see you in there. I know he was a big Joe Joyce truther. And Rollo, if you can hear me type in the comment section what you think about the boy now. But I wasn't a believer of Joe Joyce. Me and Phil was we was having a phone conversation, I think last year. And me and Phil was like, man, that nigga trash. That nigga gonna get stopped as soon as he do something. And here we are.
He trash. I always thought Joe Joyce was trash. I thought he was too slow.
I thought so too.
I thought he was too slow, bro. Like you got people like Wilder and Fury that's punching lights out and fast. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like you step in the ring with one of them, or even Usyk. You know what I mean? Like they punching, they got real fast punches for heavyweights, bro. Like he just slow. Like it took him so long to gather a right hand, bro. Would hit in between punches. Like that boy slow. Like I always thought Joe Joyce was trash to me. You know what I mean? My personal opinion.
Yeah, I'm with you, though. He trash, and guess what? That boy don't got no defense, no head movement. His head right there to get hit, bro.
None of that.
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
He's standing right in front of you.
Man, you about to get hit by somebody that's 6'7", man, 240 pounds, with a whole bunch of aggression pinned up. Dog, you gonna get hurt in there, bro.
Yeah,
he's tripping, man. Nah, that dude need to.
Hey, man, look here, bro. This is the thing, man. That boy Zane went in that bitch, man, screaming that China power and all this other kind of shit, man. And he whooped that boy ass, dog. Like, look, this is my thing right here, bro. Joyce to me was on borrowed time, man. It just is what it is.
Right.
You know, first time, and I say the first time he get in there with a puncher, he gonna get his ass stopped. Guess what? He got his ass stopped twice. So, look, man, this the deal right here, bro. He's done. His style is not a good style to have in the heavyweight division, man.
He's over with.
Like, that's a good style to have if you like fucking what's my boy name? Tommy Mungill when he fighting at 154. You can just come and just walk everybody down and get hit in your face and just overpower everybody. That's a good style to have at that kind of weight when you just bigger than every fucking body. When you weighing in at 175 and you fighting at 154, you know what I'm saying, on fight night, then yeah. But you know, that's not Joyce. Joyce is in there with guys who is just as big or bigger than he is. And like I said, bro, I've always said it. He was on borrowed time, man. But in the meantime, it was entertaining, and he did have some believers. But now, you know, they know what it is, and Joe Joyce know what it is, man. He's done, bro. I think he needs to retire, man. That eye got puffed up once again, and yeah, man. Unless he can change his style, he need to shut it down, bro, or he gonna be punchy at a you know, before he's 40, 45 years old. You don't want to be like that, bro.
Absolutely. Man, even if he changes his style, he ain't got no hold. He too slow, bro. His punches come like you see him coming. Like you see his punch literally coming. And his head stay right there in the middle. You
can take a nap on that nigga and wake up and that shit.
Right.
You can lay down and be like, hey, what happened? Oh, that nigga still throwing that shit? My God, damn, I'm gonna tell you that. We slow as fuck. So,
yeah, he's slow, bro.
We're gonna with the heavyweight, we good. We're gonna slide back to the Shakur Stevenson versus Devin Haney duck conversation. Some duck talk to keep it spicy, right? So look, at the heavyweights, right? I'm gonna get everybody top 5 rankings in their personal opinions based on where it stands at because of the good little mix up. And if you find yourself ranking Zane in there, just tell me what y'all think about him and where he fall at and what y'all see from him. So, Big Phil, Zoe, Clark, what's y'all top 5 at heavyweight? Your personal opinion based on what you looking at, and I'm particularly talking about hands. Now we know I'm not talking about who got the belts. I'm just saying hands on who you think can whoop who at heavyweight.
Tyson Fury number 1, Deontay Wilder number 2, Usyk number 3, Zane number 4. I don't know who my number 5 is though.
Okay, I don't have Usyk in there with him. I got Big Fury. I got Big Wilder. I actually got Ruiz. I got Zane and shit. I got damn.
You got Usyk in there, man. You got it in there.
Yeah, I got him fit. Yeah, I got him fit because I was thinking about Dillian White. I'm trying to make sure that I ain't forget nobody, but these niggas don't clean this shit out. I'm trying to make sure, like, you got Jerry Anderson and you got what's my other boy, Frank Sanchez. See, so that's why I was trying to think because I think
I forgot about Frank Sanchez. Yeah, he got skills.
And I think he can beat me. That's what I think he can beat me. Man, I got Sanchez.
Yeah. He got some skills. I forgot about Yeah, he got some skills.
I got Frank Sanchez. I don't got Usyk. I got Usyk 6 though, but I got Sanchez 5th. I got him 5th. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I'd like to see that fight, Frank Sanchez against Usyk.
Frank Sanchez to get him. I ain't too high on that Anderson kid. Every time I see something on him, he crying and talking about he don't really want to box. I ain't fucking with that nigga. Bro, Jones got it.
But then you go to the strip club in Houston and you see that boy up in the strip club eating chicken wings. Come on,
right?
He don't want to fight, bro.
You talking about? So who your top 5 on the list? Who you got, Ryan? Who you got, Clark?
I got Fury 1, Wilder 2, Ruiz 3, Sanchez 4, and Usyk 5.
I'll go with that, Clark. I'll match you on that.
Okay. And Zane, y'all ain't got him up there yet, or y'all still need to see more?
He right there though. Right there. He could go for number 5.
Okay. Y'all think y'all see him having any success against other people, or that was just a one-off with Joe Joyce because Joe Joyce so goddamn stationary and trash?
I think Zayna beat AJ. I think Zayna beat Usyk too.
Good one.
Yeah, I agree.
That's what I think.
I agree.
Dillian White and Chisora as well.
Chisora's trash.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Zane beat both those guys. Zane beat Dillian White and Chisora.
And what about Jerry Anderson and Sanchez? You see what I'm saying? Some good
Jerry Anderson, really.
Zane got
I
some
don't
good
believe in Anderson yet, bro. Anderson got to show me something, bro. Like, he ain't really showed me nothing.
All right, man. Let me give y'all my top 5, man. Look, bro, I'm going Gypsy King all day, easy work. You know what I'm saying? I'm going Wild Thing number 2, number 3. I'm gonna slide. I'm gonna slide. I gotta put Andy Ruiz in there, man, because he only lost to Parker and he lost to AJ.
That was a robbery.
You know what I'm
they
saying?
robbed him on that one.
You know what I'm saying? But we're going off these hands. I think Andy Ruiz is a good fighter. You know what I'm saying? Who else I got? I'm gonna roll with. Man, really honestly, bro, like I think Zhang's a good fighter, but I think he just got matched up with a guy that I never thought was that good. So he's got a lot more to prove to me. Obviously I got Usyk in there for sure, without a doubt. I got Usyk at 3. At 4, I'm gonna roll with Yeah, we just going off of hands, man. You know, I'm gonna roll with hell, man. I still think King Kong Ortiz got hands, bro. He's just so fucking
Mm.
unstable when he get hit. You know what I'm saying? You know, but Ruiz beat him, but really off just them knockdowns, man.
Man,
I'm not gonna put Ortiz in there, but I'm gonna go. Uh, I'm gonna go Ruiz, man. And then that fifth spot, I'm gonna slide AJ in there, bro.
So you think you got Usyk being able to beat Ruiz thus far? You think in the third slot?
Yeah. So look, I got Gypsy King, Wilder. I got Usyk, and then I got Ruiz, and then I'm gonna slide AJ in there.
So so cool. I would like to see Ruiz versus Usyk. I think Ruiz, Sanchez, and Zane, all three of them can beat Usyk. I think that I would be going against Usyk. Of course, Wilder.
Yeah, I just got to see more from Zane, man. I just think he was a product of a good matchup against Joyce, but I do think he got hands though.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I do think he got hands.
I think Usyk's finna run into a lot of bad matchups. It's just unfortunate.
Oh man, bro, it's nothing but bad matchups for that dude. He's a small heavyweight, bro.
Yeah, and he's not that powerful. I just think he's all them Zhang, Ruiz, Wilder, Fury, and even Sanchez. I just think they're bad matchups for him as he speaks. And then Sanchez is more on the smaller side, and I just think that's really gonna put him in perspective because I think he really can beat up on.
But Sanchez can really punch though, boy.
Exactly.
He got some power, boy.
That nigga, and he fast. I think Usyk will get.
And he fast, yeah. That's what I'm saying. He can match Usyk's speed. That boy there, monster, boy. I like him. I do like him. I forgot about him, bro.
Yeah, I like Sanchez, man. All right, so and then we're gonna wrap. We're gonna get on some of this ducking. This a conversation that always need to be kind of had. And let's cook back on the lightweight because I wanted to get back to that. I wanted to save it. Man, what y'all really think about Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney and the whole was gonna fight but didn't fight? What y'all truly think going on with that?
They don't want to fight. Simple as that.
Who
if you wanted to fight, Shakur.
Okay, go ahead. Cool.
Devin Haney offered to fight, man. What he was the undisputed champ. What else is there to talk about, bro? You want to be the best? You want to be notified? You want to get the notoriety? Why not go after the undisputed champ? He offering to fight to you. Why did the undisputed champ got to offer you to fight? Usually, you got to chase down the undisputed champ. But the undisputed champ is offering you to fight, and you don't take it. What? Like, y'all help me out with this. Like, where's the logic in that? Like, how do you like? It can't be nothing but that you scared for the fight, or you feel like you're not ready. You know what I mean? Because I don't understand it. Undisputed champ, call me out. I'm going ASAP. I want to be the man in the division. I want to be the king.
Man, I think Shakur is better than Devin, but I think it's not a good look for Shakur, bro. Because from what I'm seeing,
you think he's not ready?
Nah, I think he can beat him right now.
So why he not fighting?
I just think these boys be money hungry, dog. You know what I'm saying? I think they offered him $8 million flat. Then he was like, nah, I want 25%. And then it went back and said that Shakur wanted to let it go to purse bid. It just, I don't know who advising these cats, man. It just don't look good on Shakur end. That's all I'm gonna say.
But I'm saying, bro, that $8 million period is still more than you ever got in your career. So, and you're fighting for undisputed. Like, so it doesn't make sense. Yeah. I'm like, bro, what more do you want?
Devin Haney said this. He said, man, I took a pay cut and went abroad. Not once, but twice. Just like Floyd took a pay cut and fought De La Hoya and let De La Hoya do everything he needed to do. If I feel I can win, and I'm that man, and I want my name to be at a certain status. Hey man, fuck it. Pay me what you feel like you're gonna give me. I'm finna get in there and whoop you, and I'm the man now. I call a shot. You know.
Yep.
Man, so look, so I know a lot of people like to make that comparison, but this is the truth of the matter. De La Hoya is Cash King. Devin Haney is the man, but he's not the Cash King, right? So, at the end of the day, we're comparing apples to oranges. You can get in there, you can be a Floyd Mayweather and concede to everything that the Cash King says, because guess what? It's still probably about to be your biggest payday, because he's a pay-per-view star, right? And he's a proven pay-per-view star, right? And Floyd Mayweather also at that particular time was a guy that was, making a name for himself, because that's how he got the fucking Oscar De La Hoya fight, because he was already a well-established champion, right?
Yeah, right.
So
right.
I think that it's apples to oranges, because now at this particular time, I don't even know if Shakur and Devin would be a pay-per-view fight. I don't know. I can't really say that, right? So when you talk about these pay splits, right, it's easy to say, hey, look, I'll take this right here and I come back and nah, he said, man, look, bro, he say his last three opponents, bro, he got paid more for his last three opponents than what Devin and them was offering him, right? He's like, bro, come on, man. Like, you got to be realistic with this shit, bro. If you really want to fight me, man,
so
come with a ooh.
He got more than $8 million for his last fights, because that's what they were saying. They were trying to give him $8 million.
Nah, impossible. Haney not even getting $8 million for no fucking fight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, nah. I don't know where you get that number from. They weren't giving him no $8 million, bro. So,
okay.
he said, look, man, you got to be realistic in what you offer me, bro. And he said, look, I'm gonna go another route, because now at this point we gotta let the sanctioning body step in and figure out these purse splits, because you guys are not offering me fair market value. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, look, Haney and them, they got the right to offer whatever they want to, bro. They're the champions, right? But at the same time, I think you got to be realistic in your expectations. If you truly want to fight the guy, right? But man, Haney can do what the fuck he want to do, man. He got it the hard way, and with that comes a whole lot of motherfucking leverage. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so it is what it is, bro. Like, I'm not mad at Haney, I'm not mad at Shakur. Basically he said, yo, you little pup, you just coming into this division. I didn't grind it my way to where I'm at. I'm undisputed. I do what the fuck I want to do. I offer you what I want to. Either you take it or you don't. You know what I'm saying? And he tried to son him. And Shakur was like, nah, I ain't getting son. I'd rather go fight this other guy and make more money, and you leave out the division, and I'm still gonna have an opportunity to get all the belts anyway. I don't think it was a duck by either one of those guys. Devin Haney not going back down to 35. We all know this. That's why the Regis fight got made like it did. We all had an idea that he was going up to 140. I don't think he ever was going to entertain the fact of staying at 35 unless the payday was just so phenomenal that he couldn't pass it up. And right now, I don't think those kind of monies are available. You understand what I'm saying? For either one of those guys. So look, man, those cats know that they're going to see each other at some point in time. We just don't know when it'll be, man. Period.
Yeah, I don't think. I think both. I understand the position of both, and I understand the nigga don't want to self-satisfy himself. So of course, I expect you to do nothing less than be fucking ridiculous for your benefit. So that's neutral. But when I move that to the side and I see the fact that Devin Haney, looking at the facts, the nigga undisputed and the nigga set that same precedent. Like the nigga conceded and went over there and did what he had to do to become undisputed at the name of Kambosos. So I understand that position. And then you got plays at 140 that you can make that can net you some, money and all that kind of shit that you need. But I just think Shakur, I think they have time to revisit this, so it's not a total duck. But I think this particular situation was him not wanting to fight, and it was a duck at this current moment in time. You just came to the division, you get to jump in front of the line. I don't know where the numbers came from, and I kind of agree. I had to look at the numbers because if he was getting his highest payday, to me it makes it worse. If he was getting some under that, I can understand that. Like, nigga, I'm going into a big fight. Both of us are 50-50 in this. I got to promote it. You got to promote it. And you finna have me on the road trying to put this on pay-per-view with you, make you some money, and you telling me you going to give me $3 million when I only made $5 million? I can kind of respect that. And he just turned down the fight because it just wasn't enough money in comparison to what he get. But if he's trying to negotiate some shit that ain't never been done for him, but it's more than whatever been done for him, that's when I consider ducking. Like,
that's not what it was, bro. They
okay.
He was getting offered less money than he had been offered his last 3 fights.
Gotcha.
So how much was he getting paid?
Give me the numbers.
How much was he getting paid his other fights?
Yeah, that's what.
I don't think it matters how much he's getting paid because it's still less than his last 3 fights. It's still less. You're not even giving him fair market value for what he's getting paid.
Is that what he said? Because I'm trying to figure out where. Because I keep hearing different stuff too. Because I heard Zoe Money said something, and I don't know where he got $8 million from.
No, I heard Ryan. I heard Ryan say that, and I thought that's what he was offering. I don't know. I didn't even really.
That's what they said. I heard that $8 million too. I heard it too. And Shakur.
I don't really know.
$8 million. Then Shakur came back and said, "Well, if he fight me, he offered me $8 million flat. I'll fight him."
Oh, okay. Yeah. See, I didn't know what it was. You know what I mean? So I don't know what they offered that fight. I thought that fight just fell through because Shakur wasn't ready. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's what.
Yeah, but see, this the thing right here, bro. Let's. All right, come on, man. Let's be reasonable, right? Let's say that. All right, they going the WBC route, right? Because this is what Shakur said. He say, "I'm gonna go through the sanctioning body because they're gonna give me a fair purse split," right? Okay. All right, let's just say what the WBC is what? 80-20, 25-75, what is it?
Yeah, let's say 25. Let's do that.
Let's say 25-75.
Yeah,
okay, 25-75, right? So if they get
I heard 25.
All right.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, let's just say 25-75. If they give this man $8 million, how much money you think is in that pot?
Let me ask you a question. Why are you cooking on that? Let me ask you.
That's a $50 million fight. Ain't no fucking way.
You're right.
No,
Ain't no way.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask y'all why he cooking. If it's 25-75, Devin Haney Ray, does the percentage make sense to everybody? Or just the percentage. Does that make sense for it to be 25-75, or is that ridiculous to everybody?
I think in my opinion, I think that's a little overboard. I think 70-30 make more sense. You know what I mean? Because you ain't really done that much at 135. So yeah, I mean, Devin earned his right to be where he at. So you know what I mean? I think 70-30 makes a little more sense than 75-25.
So what Bill Haney was saying was they was gonna offer him A flat, and you know he didn't want to take that. Then he wanted the 25%. So they were saying we're not gonna offer you $8 million, then give you a 25% back in. You can either take the 25% or you could take the $8 million.
I think that's fair. I think we can flat him out at 8. Cause what, man, Thurman got 10 to fight fucking a global superstar. So I like that. I think if the conversation was this, hey bro, I'm giving you 8. Are you good with that? And you found yourself worried about some other shit outside of your 8 million, then that's your problem. And if it was 25-75, and you felt yourself worried about some shit outside of 25%, that's a dope to me.
Yeah, I mean, this the thing. I mean, we got computers right available to us. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we can look this shit up, bro. I just can't see him passing up. I never heard that he passed up $8 million. I never heard that ever.
Yeah. Now if they lying, now hold on now. If that ain't the number, then then obviously that's irrelevant. Or even if it's fucking, even if it's 5 flat, that makes sense to me too. I mean, even if it's a fucking 80,
somebody look up. All we gotta do is look up what Shakur made on his last fight. That's public information because that's through ESPN. They're gonna have the purse split. They're gonna have what the purses are on ESPN. And it's not PBC, so it ain't no hidden fees and all this other kind of shit where we can't really add it up. And they say they're getting 7, but they're really getting 45 million. Like, nah, when ESPN say they're gonna give you, that's what they give you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but see, this is the thing though. We don't know what. Let's say if he got 8 million and it's determined that it's 8 million, we don't know if Devin actually offered a flat fee that was above whatever that is, because that part gonna be rumored. I mean,
yeah, I just want to know. I just want to know what he got paid for his last fight.
Yeah, I mean,
I just want to know what Shakur got for his last fight. You know what I'm saying?
No,
you know.
All right.
Yeah, that would. See, that would. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, that'll be the number to see because I don't think he got more than 1.5.
So that makes it even worse. That's gonna be less than 25%, and that's gonna be less than the flat fee. So I'm trying to get the nigga the best case scenario because I look at
this is what I'm saying. Shakur came out and said they offered me less money than I made in my last 3 fights. Is what they offered me. This is why he said. And he's saying, nah, and this is why he said, bro, I'm not finna take no haircut like that. So I went through the WBC so they can do the purse split so I can be compensated properly.
And that's what
he said. I wanted to do it mano a mano and negotiate with them because it was a big fight. But when they started talking like that, I knew for one, either they really didn't want the fight, or I had to go through a different avenue to get the fight done so I can get paid what my market value is.
Listen to what I'm saying. The problem gonna still be regardless of where he get paid. We need the truth on what Devin actually offered so we can see what he actually turned down in comparison to what he actually made. Because we can't compare what he actually made to these rumors. So I'm gonna leave it there and kind of keep it in this position where if it's aligned with what I'm saying, then I think that it's a dump. But I don't know his actual. I got to start with the actual offer first to go back and see what he made. Because finding out that he made 1.5, I just if them folks offered him less than 1.5.
Yeah, that's a shame.
But here's the problem. I know that sound like a lie to me because here's what I do know. If you made whatever the fuck you made, 25% of a big fight with you and Devin Haney should net more than what the fuck you made. If it didn't, it means y'all don't have confidence in the shit. See, that's what I'm saying. That don't sound right to me. If I made 1.5 my last 3 fights, and you saying I get to challenge undisputed in a new division, and I'm getting 25%. Okay, well, 25% is 25%. What's 25% of 100 million? 25 million. Let's do that. What's 25% of fucking 50 million? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just is Like I don't. You should just that's more than 10 million. Like if it's 50, if it's 50 million, if you think the fight gonna make 50 million, bro.
Yeah.
I'll tell you like this. Let's say the shit make 40 million.
Yeah.
Let's say it make 40 million. 10, 20, 30, 40. That's 10 million, 40 million 4 times. Nigga, you made 40 million and you got 25% of that, nigga. Yes, Devin got 30 and you got 10. Nigga, that's still more than what the fuck you made. So I know the 25% scenario, even if the fight make 40 is more than what you made, bro. So I ain't even gotta really, I don't gotta know your numbers. Right. I know that 25% ain't less than what the fuck you made.
Right.
It can't be unless y'all niggas just flop on the fight.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It sounds like some capping there somewhere. Somebody capping.
Exactly.
That what's going on. Cause it just sounds like to me. I think Shakur them really want to fight right now. You know what I mean? Let's just be honest. That's really what I think happened. I think he realized, look, I don't think I'm really ready for this fight. I'm good. I think my skills. And that's as simple as that. That's really what I see. I think he just realized it.
Or them niggas both know, or he don't want to bring on the fact that his skills because he know his style. See, you don't want to do that split and take a chance on yourself because, boy, you know your style don't fucking guarantee you no victory because you want a pity pat, bro. That style is shitty, bro. So you don't want to let's keep it a back. You know, like I know, nobody ain't trying to watch you fucking. Let's be honest, nigga. We know that you and David Haney ain't no fight that's finna sell because both of y'all niggas gonna dance on all night. And it can go either fucking way.
All night.
Okay. Yeah. So, and it ain't gonna fucking sell. I don't believe it's gonna sell. So, of course, 25% ain't gonna be to you because it's a risk. Because you know you can't fight in a. Come on, bro. You know what the fuck you doing. You trying to cash out, manipulate the system on a dance all night fight, and you two niggas display your. Somebody got to choose because there ain't no slugger. Y'all two niggas supposed to be these masterclass boxers. The shit finna stink the fuck all the way out. And nigga, you know you need to net more than 25% because you know that shit ain't gonna fucking sell, nigga. That's why you booked the fight. You gonna dance all night with this nigga who dance all night at 135. Nigga, 25% of fucking $40 million is $10 fucking million. Right. That nigga and say y'all gonna make 20 million off the goddamn fight because it's so shitty, nigga. That still leave you with 55 million, nigga. Come on, man.
Yeah. I just got the numbers on the shit, bro.
Man, it's simple math. It's algebra 101. It's word count 101. Nigga, if the fight nets 20 million and you get 25% of 20 million, 5, 10, 15, 20, nigga, you get 5 million. I know it's more than everything you made, nigga. I know. I don't need to know what they saying that's lies and not, nigga. Men lie, women lie, numbers fucking don't. Y'all tell me this shit. Nigga, listen. Even if the fucking fight nets $12 million, nigga, that's 3, 6, 9, 12. That's a bum fight. Okay, it made a gross amount of $12 million. Nigga, 3, 6, 9, 12. 3, 6, 9 go to Haney, 3 go to your punk ass. Nigga, 25% is a good number for your ducking ass. Who the fuck you think you fooling, dog? Nigga, you ain't want to fight because you know that shit ain't pleasing and you might lose the fight because that nigga can style and profile too, nigga. Stop with the bullshit.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real with you, bro. 25%, that's bullshit.
How
like to me.
How much you made?
To me.
Give me his last give me purses. How much you made?
His last purse was 1.7.
Okay.
Right, like I said.
Exactly.
1.7.
Yeah,
that's what he got on his last purse.
Mm-hmm.
So let me ask you this question. What is the total amount that is invested into the fight?
Between you talking about the imaginary fight between them two niggas?
Yeah, no, I'm saying, yeah, what's the number? Because they say, hey, we giving you, let's just say 10 million for this fight, right?
No, 25%.
No, I'm saying let's just say the total, because the way they break it down is they give you a budget for the fight. They say, hey, look, the pot, we got $20 million in the pot. 75% of that 20 million go to Devin, and then 25% go to Shakur. That's basically how it
Okay,
works
well,
when they
that's
He gonna get 5
2.5
million.
million.
He gonna get 5 million, like I said. He can
no,
Nah,
go.
yeah, but
he
what I'm
said
saying
10
is
million.
what I'm saying
He said,
is what is the number? We got to know the actual number that it was in the pot in total. We
Okay.
don't know
oh,
that
okay.
number.
I can
Yeah,
let me do some. Okay,
yeah.
let's do some arithmetic. Okay, I got you. All right, we're gonna play it that way then. Okay, he made 1.5.
1.7.
1.7, 1.7.
1.7. Let's give a nigga 2. Nigga, 246. If the fucking fight somehow is abysmal to that level to where there's only 6 million in the pot for these two niggas, that leaves two. Let me see. Hold on. That's still 2, 4, 6, 8. Let me say 8 million. Give this nigga 2. This nigga get 2 million because the fight only made 8. Right? That means 246 goes to Devin, which ain't shit, and 2 goes to this nigga. That's still more. That means you telling me the fight only gonna make $6 million between 6
No,
million.
but this is the thing. Everybody's assuming that this fight is going to be like a pay-per-view type fight. They
No,
wasn't off. They never even talked about splits for pay-per-view or any of that shit. They
no.
just told them we giving you 25% and that's it.
What I'm saying is this. That means we're under the assumption that the fight is going to bomb. Give me a scenario in which 25% mathematically doesn't align. That means these guys collectively have to be working with a fight that is so trash that they only accrue or net 8 million, 6 million, or 5 million together. Bro, that fight had to be so bad that these niggas only got $5 million to split, bro. That
Yeah.
means them niggas
But let
will.
me hold on. But let me ask you a question. How much do you guys really think ESPN was gonna give them the fight to make the fight?
I think they
Honestly,
was. I think they
I
was.
think they get about 8 million.
I
I think
think
they
they
give
was.
That's what
about
I'm
8
saying.
million.
How much do you think ESPN was gonna give them to actually make the fight?
In the
Right?
pot.
Hello,
In the pot. Joe Money. My question is, get me to how much y'all think gonna be in the pot. But that's what I need to know. When we get there, I'm gonna cook from there. How much money at the end of it all was gonna be there for based on ESPN to split between these two niggas?
I personally think, like I said, 8 million, the most. The least 6 million. You know what I mean? But I believe that they could get it to 8 million. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people
Yeah,
wanted to see that
I
fight.
don't know I don't know if ESPN is going to give them $8 million for that fight. That's all I'm saying.
Okay,
Okay, so you
Yeah.
see it lower than that.
it would be 6.
So
Let's say
what's a reasonable number?
yeah, what you think? You telling me these niggas gonna net 6? So if it's this low, I agree with David Haney. That shit ain't worth nothing, and he still ducked the fight because here's the thing: we're basically reducing these two niggas down and acknowledging that ESPN is not going to even invest in the fight for this nigga to even be negotiating shit outside of 25% anyway. Because if there's only 6 fucking million to split between these two unpleasing stylistically nigga, that's 1.5, 1.5, 1.5, 1.5.
All right,
Nigga,
so look, check this out. I just looked up ESPN for Haney versus Loma. ESPN gave him 7 million.
okay.
Yeah.
Devin Haney versus Loma. That's
Devin,
okay. So 25% sounds reasonable.
Devin Haney versus Loma. That's guaranteed purses. Devin Haney got 4. And Lomachenko got 3.
Okay, so if they do 7, your 25% is where you need to fucking be at.
So that sounds like they got a 55-45 split?
Yeah, that sound like 60-40.
Oh, 60-40. Yeah.
I mean, that ain't accurate. It sounds 60-40-ish.
Yeah, some is in there somewhere.
So
Yeah.
here we go again. If we don't use what you say, 7, Phil, what's the number?
75-25.
No, when he say the total number, he said 7 point something.
Yeah, 7. Didn't you say 7 mil flat, Phil?
Yeah, he said round that number. That's gonna put him at what?
He said Lomachenko got 3 and
that's gonna put him over 1 point. What I'm saying is it's gonna put him over 1 point. Okay, 1.5, 1.5, 1.5, 1.5 times 4. Boy, that put us at 6, dog.
Yes.
If you add, so if it's 7 million, bro, you where you fucking need to be at, dog, at 25%. That nigga capping, bro. That nigga duck the fight.
Yeah, but that's what I'm trying to tell you, Zone. You can't say nigga duck the fight because you don't know how much ESPN gave him for the fight.
I said, Phil, I said that from the beginning. I said I don't even need to see the numbers because we're gonna arrive here with the conversation being we don't know how much ESPN gave them. That's what I said. That's what I said. I said,
okay, my bad. I ain't hear that. My fault, fam.
Yeah, because I knew we was on a ride to a dead end. The math is just common sense. I knew we was on, unless we knew what was on the table, we can divide it up. We can split it 4 ways and look at his 25% and compare it then. That's what I was saying earlier, Kyle. Like, we going to get it to a dead end. Listen, even if it's $6 million, that nigga going to make 1.5 with 25%. Bro, that nigga capping, bro. That nigga ducked the fight. And it ain't, whose fault is it that them 2 niggas ain't going to sell? Them 2 niggas for having that fucking style? That's nobody's fault, bro. That nobody wants to watch them 2 niggas. That's what I'm saying. Shakur capping and talking fucking shit like Devin don't want to fight. Nigga, that style is not pleasing enough to be where it needs to be considered a duck. The fight is not going to sell because neither one of you are looked at as dangerous fighters. You're going to go in there. You 2 niggas are going to go to the cards. We probably don't favor Devin Haney maybe with a split decision because he's undisputed. It's not going to be aesthetically pleasing, bro, to watch. So you 2 niggas together are going to flop. So you do deserve 25% because you're not bringing an element of danger to fucking the fight.
Yeah, you know, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Just for me personally, I just think 25% is just ridiculous. And I think if you say, all right, look, man, you guys want to play hardball in negotiations, the only other option that you have is to go through the sanctioning body. Because then the sanctioning body is going to bring it to a purse split, right?
25%.
You know, but see, the WBC doesn't always do 25% though. Okay,
so listen, this is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If he comes out of 25%, he said so all right, we didn't get that far, right? Because he turned the shit down.
No, he didn't turn it down. That's what you get. That's where you getting it fucked up. Okay. He did. This is what I'm saying right here. He turned down the purse split, but he said, well, you know what? I still want to make the fight. Let's bring it to purse bid. That's what he said.
He turned down. Listen, he turned down the purse split, which was what?
He turned down the purse split from Haney's team of 25%.
Okay, so he's right there. He declined. That's one. He then countered with what?
He countered with, we're going to go to the sanctioning body to determine the purse split so we can make the fight.
Okay, and then Devin Haney did what?
Moved up to fight Regis Prograis.
Okay, because
I don't see how that's a duck. Like, nah, I want to fight you. Let's do this. We're gonna let the sanctioning body. Since you don't want to stand on business, we're gonna let the sanctioning body do it then. Okay, so since we're gonna let the sanctioning body do it, I'm gonna move up and I'm gonna fight Regis Prograis. I don't see how anybody duck anybody in that scenario.
Because you said you didn't want to. Okay, you said to the undisputed fucking. This is what I don't understand. This man is the undisputed fucking champion. Phil, if you undisputed and on with you my nigga. You did it. Ain't no nigga finna come in here and tell my nigga what he don't need to do and do. No, my nigga is undisputed. He said 25. That's what he said. Oh, he fighting this other nigga. He's staying active. So, nigga, what you want to do? Oh, no, your nigga need to, no, nigga, bye. You duck the fight.
Bro, nah, bro. Like, at the end of the day, dog, that's like if I'm a quality fighter, right? And I'm getting a certain amount of money to step into the ring, even not against you. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if I can make the same amount of money not fighting you, then, hey, you know what kind of fight I am. You know how big this fight is. At the end of the day, 25% to me, and even Zoe Money said it. He said, I think 25% is a little low. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I agree with Zoe Money. I think 25% is like, it's like either I'm gonna make you bend the fucking knee and you be my bitch, or I'm moving on. Like, come on, bro. Like you gotta stand on. You gotta have some kind of sense of pride in because you don't want to set the precedent that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm willing to get shitted on just to, nah, bro. You gotta stand on business, bro. And he said, well, you know what, bro? And what I'm saying is just right here. He gave the alternative. He said, yo, since we can't come to agreement on these purse splits, bro, let's just let the sanctioning body do it.
Listen,
and then hold on. So when the sanctioning body get involved, now you taking money out of Haney's, potentially. Let's just say potentially. You potentially take, because the sanctioning body may jump in and say 25%. We agree with them, right? So we don't know what the sanctioning body would have said, right? But you're potentially now you're taking money out of the pot in favor of Shakur, because now you're getting less than that 25%. So I mean, so if you're Haney, you say, nah, I know what I want to make on the fight, and I'm not taking less than this. So then you move up and you fight against Regis Prograis, bro. Like, what I'm saying is, if we can't come together, let's not act like purse bids ain't a thing in boxing, bro. Purse bids is absolutely a fucking thing. So sanctioning bodies determining how much these guys get on the purse bid is absolutely a thing. So if you're not offering me something that I feel as though is fair, I have to weigh out the alternative. I have to put in other options. Okay, well, bro, look, this is how we want to do it. I'll go through the sanctioning body, and now the sanctioning body come back and say it's 25%, and you still say no, then you're fucking ducking. Because you went a different route, and they said the same shit. Either you want the fight or you don't. That's all I'm saying, bro. You got to exhaust every fucking option to me for it to officially be a duck. Because I could easily say that, which most fighters are saying this, saying that if you offer that man 25%, you know what kind of quality the fight is. I feel like you don't really want the fight.
Yeah, but see, this is all okay. I get to you, Zoe Money.
I hear what you're saying, Phil, and it do make sense to a sense. But at the end of the day, we're not talking about one title. We're talking about 4 titles, undisputed champ in the division. You feel what I'm saying? So this is an opportunity for you to be the king of the division. Like, 20.
Is that the same 4 titles? Is that the same 4 titles Lomachenko got a chance to fight for?
Here's the issue.
Yeah.
So here's the issue. We rotated on around. And hold on, we got somebody that want to come in. I'm gonna let you go ahead, AC. I see you, so you can speak on this. Yeah, okay. So AC, I'm gonna go ahead and let you get the flow first. If you want to speak on it, if you got your thoughts together, and then we'll go back. Then Phil, you go ahead. Zomani and I'll come last. Go ahead, AC. You got it.
No, you can. Zomani can go. I just went. Zomani, I kind of interrupted Zomani anyway.
Okay.
You good.
Okay. So
I felt like it. Honestly, I really felt like it's kind of a duck, because the favor, everything is really, the ball really in Shakur's court, because Devin got the power. You feel me? And if they offered you 25 off the rip, bruh, just take it. You feel what I'm saying? Just take it because you're going to be undisputed champ, bro. But at the end of the day, I do feel it a little low. I think they should have done 70-30. You know, that's just my personal opinion. But still at the same, it's just to be undisputed. You know what I mean? Like, how rare is that for you to be an undisputed champ? You know what I mean? So I just, yeah, that didn't make no sense. It kind of sounded like a duck on the part.
All right, AC, what you got? You just jumped in here. What you got?
Oh, salute to everybody. Salute to the panel. Salute to the chat. Basically, I look at it like this. I'm gonna go with Zone Money over here because he, to me, we kind of on the same page. With at the end of the day, 25%, and you're fighting for undisputed. So you have to ask yourself which one is more important. Do you want to be, because you said you wanted to be undisputed at 130. That didn't happen. You lost those belts on the scale. Then you move up to 135. You kind of get to jump everybody because both you guys are kind of being ducked by everybody in that division. So you have an opportunity to be undisputed at 135, but you're more worried about money. The money don't fucking matter because that comes after you solidify who you are and what you can do. You feel it's only one fucking fight and you're undisputed. One fight. It's not 4 fights. It's not 3 fights. It's one fight. So at the end of the day, I have to look at it like this. That was, whether I believe it's a duck or not, I'm just gonna say it like this. That's a bitch ass move, bro. You from my coast and all of that. You from Jersey and all of that. That is a bitch ass move because at the end of the day, it's one fight. You ran to the sanctioning bodies instead of telling that man exactly what you want. You can negotiate that with that man right then and there. You could do what Floyd did. You can do what, Canelo took basically 10, 11% to fight Floyd Mayweather. I have to ask the question, Devin. You have to ask yourself this question too. Shakur, what do you have that Devin wants? What do you have that Devin wants or Devin needs? Because he's undisputed. Prior to him dropping certain belts, that man had every belt. He had the email champ. He had franchise champ. He had ring champ, and then all 4 of the other belts. So at the end of the day, what the fuck do you have to offer? For the same bitch ass argument you tried to make with Frank Martin, saying, "Oh, Frank Martin is a bitch because he didn't do nothing. He doesn't have nothing." What the fuck did you do at 135? As far as I recall, Frank Martin has more fights at 135 than you do. But you talking all of this hot shit, bruh. But then you turn around and call that man a bitch after an 80-20 joint. So what the fuck, bro? I mean, I have no issues with Shakur Stevenson. Everybody knows who've been on other panels with me. I say I believe Shakur Stevenson beats Devin Haney at 135. But bro, you just can't turn around and call another man a bitch and keep interrupting the host of that podcast and he a bitch because I spoke to him and yada yada yada. Yeah, bro, but you offered that man 80-20. You was offered 75. You was offered 75-25. So who's the bigger bitch? And it was for undisputed. The fuck are you talking about? Get out of your own fucking Kool-Aid vat and come to reality, bro. You are not that big because you really haven't done shit at 135. You have no belts. You have no significant fights. So that's where I'm gonna leave it off and I'm gonna land that plane. That's just my opinion about it all. I really like Shakur, but I despise these moves he's making.
I think Martin, him. I think Martin ducked him. I think Shakur starting off at 80-20 for Martin because he's the bigger name. He's putting in the most work. Frank Martin has done absolutely not a fucking thing in life. So Frank Martin didn't want to fight either. So the same rules apply for my position is for both. I just think Shakur And when I say duck, it don't mean that it gotta be that he's scared to fight the nigga or he gonna lose to him. It just he didn't want to fight because of money. He just said no, and a series of events took place after that. So I think he just ducked the nigga. Like he didn't want to fight shit.
Yeah, so for me, man, so for me, obviously, man, my position is clear, bro. I think 25% is low, considering um Lomachenko got the same opportunity, um, got a bigger percentage. Um, bro, look, at the end of the day, uh these guys are in prize fighting. You understand what I'm saying? And I think that you got to stand on business if you feel like you should be getting more money for a major fight, man. I know everybody would like to think that, oh, I don't just give me whatever. I just want to get in there and you know, yeah, but when you get in there and you get your ass smashed though too. I mean, that's always an option as well, right? So what I think you do is you give me fair market value to go in and do what it is that I do. You understand what I'm saying? Um, you know what I bring to the table. You know what you bring to the table, and you got to stand on what it is, bro. Like if I'm doing a job and I do a bigger job, but you want to pay me the same or less than I got on my last job, which was a much smaller job, not of this magnitude, then bro, like it's kind of like, nah, bro, like I need to be compensated for the job that I'm doing. And I felt as though that 25% it was not a significant amount of not enough of a purse split for my man to take the fight. I don't think he ducked him. I think that he went through the sanctioning bodies because he felt as though the sanctioning bodies would be fair. You know what I'm saying? And when he did that, Haney could have easily said, okay, well, let's just see what the sanctioning body say. Nah, Haney jumped ship and say, nah, I don't got time to wait on them. I got other shit to do, which is cool. I'm cool with that because he do got other shit to do. He got to, what you eat don't make me shit, right? So you got your process you going through and I got mine. You know what I'm saying? Um, I don't think either one of those guys duck one another. You understand what I'm saying? I just think that first and foremost, the timing was all wrong. Because I don't think Haney wanted to even ever stay at 135 anyway, bro. Like he was going up to 140, man. He'd been saying this for a while. And whenever uh this situation occurred, hey, you know what? One fuck you before I leave about the door. You know what I'm saying? To let y'all know I'm the fucking man, and that's just what it is. I'm gonna leave it at that, right? So, hey, Shakur's still in the division. Haney's gone. The belts have broken off, and we'll see these guys mix it up and see if we can get us another undisputed champ at 135. Who knows what might happen, bro? Like, so for me, I don't think any one of those guys ducked, and it is what it is, bro.
So let me ask this question then, brother, because I just jumped in. I get your standpoint and everything, but it comes down to this. In one fight, one fight, you get to be undisputed. Now that these belts are on their way to be broken up, how many fights will it take you to become undisputed? When you could have been the king of that division right then and there. I'm not talking about like that weird ass shit that people try to say about Tank because he ain't did shit. But you are the legitimate king of the division and you did it in one fight. So I would always ask myself this. What's the easier road for me to make $10 million? Do I do it in a lot of little steps? Or if I take one step back, but the people I'm fucking with put me in league with all the big money people, if you follow what I'm saying, when you use the job analogy, it puts me in league with all the big money investors and stuff like that, because now my pedigree is what it is. It's solidified. My pedigree says, yeah, I was a 2-3 division champ. Now I'm here. and I'm undisputed. I'm the fucking guy with all the belts. That right there writes your own ticket. Money is not always the thing you chase, because it's gonna come to you long as you put yourself in a line with the right things. If you don't, then you making life much more difficult for
So,
yourself.
but see, let me ask you this, Mr. AC. Check this out. Like, I get what you're saying, but at the same time, you do have to weigh the option of, am I being compensated fairly? Like, I get the whole premise of being the guy that, you can punch your own ticket after the fact, but at the same time, I'm still stepping in the ring, right? I'm still putting my life on the line. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I still need to be compensated fairly. I mean, at the end of the day, regardless of whatever you land after the fight. For this fight, I don't want to be compensated unfairly. Nobody wants to be treated unfairly or feel as though they're being treated unfairly. And I think that was his main thing. He said 25% is way too low. He said they need to come up on that. They trying to shit on me. They treat me unfair, bro. Like, so I'm gonna go to the sanctioning body. I get it, bro. After the fact, you can. That's with anybody. You can request for whatever the fuck you want if you the king of the hill. But at the same time, if I'm gonna step in this ring, I still need to be compensated fairly. And I think that's where the misconception is. I think they were just saying like, nah, we don't give a fuck about your feelings. We don't give a fuck about treating you fair. This is either fuck you or we going up. And that's cool. Haney got the right to do that. But I can't hold one or other accountable for wanting to do what it is that they want to do. He's saying that's too less. Haney saying, fuck you. I got options. I move up. Either you take it or leave it. Right? And I think they both made the best decision for themselves. I think Shakur didn't think he was being treated fairly. And I think Haney said, nah, I'm the man. I do what the fuck I want to do. And hey, guess what? Both of them to me has a legitimate stance. And I think like the timing was all wrong because obviously one guy's not being compensated properly, where he feels he's not being compensated properly, and the other guy's like, bro, I really don't even want to be in this division right now. I really want to move up, but if we really got to do this, then guess what? I'm a big man the fuck out you. I'm gonna let my nuts hang on you. What you gonna do? And Shakur said, hey, I'm gonna go to sanction the body route, and Haney say, okay, I ain't got time to wait on you. Fuck you. I'm gonna fight Regis Prograis. And I'm cool with both of those decisions by both guys. That's all I'm saying.
And this is what I'm saying. I get where you want to talk about your worth, but we do have history and precedent behind that. Floyd Mayweather versus De La Hoya.
That's a bad example. Bad example.
Hold on, let me finish. Floyd knew it wasn't for undisputed or anything like that, but Floyd knew that he wasn't getting what he wanted, but he also knew by doing it this way, I get to write my own ticket, just like Dev did with Camboso. I know I'm getting a fucked up deal, and I got to go over to this dude's backyard. But guess what? I don't even give a fuck about the money right now, because I know once I beat the shit out this guy in his own backyard, I'm writing my own ticket. You feel what I'm saying? All I'm saying.
You got the percentages of what Haney got? It wasn't of the baddest deal that he offered Shakur Stevenson, and we could put money on that. Look it up.
It was 21%, 21 point something percent the first fight, 22% the second fight.
And how much did Haney get for both those fights plus pay-per-view?
Total, at the end of the day, here's the crazy part about it. When you do look at it, Haney actually made more money than Camboso.
Okay. Thank you.
But here's my point. That part really doesn't matter because we don't know what the fight would have generated between Shakur and Dev if it was a pay-per-view. They could have shot that fight almost anywhere. You feel what I'm saying? Somebody was gonna pick it up. If Top Rank was gonna pick it up, best believe both them niggas would have made money because that's a huge fight for top rank. So at the end of the day, all I'm saying is this. Granted, a person can say that's not enough money. It's undisputed, yada, yada, yada. Yeah, but it's one fucking fight. One fight, one shot. Think about that Eminem song. Do you feel what I'm saying? You got one chance in life to actually prove greatness. And if you pass that up for other fucking reasons, you may never get there again. And that's all I'm saying.
All right, so here's this, right? I do get the neutrality, right? I do get the, well, let's not make a big deal because these dudes got time. I said that off the top. If you're asking me about the art of a deal in a scenario in which I have accumulated all 4 belts based on my evidence of what we got. Let's look at what Devin Haney has done. So I look at a person's testimony to make sure that it's logical in what they're asking for. So Devin Haney, we didn't hear about these issues when he had his opportunity to fight Kambosa. He went and got it done twice. Then he came in and got it done with another guy who was supposed to be the man in the division, and he did his thing. So Devin earned the right to have his process in which he decides to negotiate for his A-sidedness, his undisputedness in regards of fighting at 135 or at 140, whatever it is that he visualized, right? You beat Kambosa twice under lesser conditions and you're the B-side, and then you end up getting a 50-50 kind of split with you and Lomachenko because of who Lomachenko is and what happened and what went on there. Shakur Stevenson hasn't done enough to be bucking and pursuing 30%, 40%, 50-50. You don't have a title. You haven't beat anybody of notable significance at the weight class. Devin Haney has all of the belts. You have not done anything to put in no work. Some point in some time, man, you have to put in work so that you can cross over to the next level. This is why these guys stay in this same situation for 10, 13 years looking for a big payday, trying to fight fucking Canelo, because they're not understanding that you keep missing your opportunities, just like shitty ass Andrade did before as well. This happens all the time. Now, I'm not knocking it, but don't be mad when your opportunity don't or may not come back around, because you never know what can happen. That's why it's important, man. Like I heard what Phil said, makes sense. Hey, you putting your life on the line. You put your life on the line when you go in the ring. So you are as well when you're not in the ring. Like, it's the same thing, man. You putting your life at risk when you're outside of the ring, not making fights, because it's a career killer. And what we're saying is really career, not necessarily life. Obviously, we know something tragic can happen in and out the ring. We've seen it all the time for boxers. So it's not like we don't have evidence of boxers missing an opportunity to take advantage of an opportunity outside of the ring as well as inside of the ring. That's why you have to seize the moment when you have an opportunity. As long as it's reasonable and just, they're not asking you to come in there and fight this man on steroids or something unreasonable, one hand tied behind your back, then 25% at the shot to be the guy that you feel you could beat, and most people feel that you can beat, and you jump the line at 135, and that puts you in position to try to maybe fight a Tank and all these other fights that everybody want to see. I just think that the guy blew an opportunity because he chose to. And I think he just chose to duck. And I don't think this is a duck where he's a coward. I just think it's just a duck. I just think he just didn't want to fight because of the reasons he said. All this 1.7, bro, that's not little boy money. That's a lot of money because he's a millionaire. But that's little boy money in the aspect of the totality of boxing and how much history we have on boxing. And if you adjust for inflation and all that through the history. But yeah, dude, 1.5, 1.7, you can put together an $8 million pot or $7 million pot on ESPN for the two of you. Even if it's a $6 million pot, you two guys are where you need to be. And if it's a $6 million pot or less, That's going to show you that you two guys are not even where you need to be at, period, to sell no fight, because people are not going to be interested enough, in my opinion, for him to even net more than 25%. If him, Lomachenko and Haney got 7 point something, and it's Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson, they may get less than that. So why the fuck would we do 50-50 on a fucking $5 million fight? And I get 2.5 and I'm the fucking undisputed champion. You got to look at it from that perspective, because the more I let you cross over into the percentage, the less value I receive for my work that I've done. See, that's the problem. Everybody think it's about them. They coming from a position of knowing your worth. No, I just know your worth shit, man. Fuck your worth, nigga. If you ain't done shit, get it out the fucking mud. I know my worth because the belts is on my hand. That's how we know the worth. Shakur don't have no fucking worth. He has his personal shit that he think of, but in the game of boxing, tangible evidence, what we look at, it is Devin Haney who has all 4 belts, not 3, not 2 in the ring magazine, not honorary title, not 3 minor titles. He's not a number 1 contender. He's fucking one of fucking 7 undisputed champions in recent time. This man is undisputed at lightweight in the 4 belt era. Like, this shit is crazy. That's history on that. And you trying to come in and do that. It's the 4 belt era undisputed champion online. You got a chance to get all 4 belts. And then once you have that, you seize control of the Frank Martins. You seize control of the Tanks. And everybody, not Matthias, but Pitbull Cruz and all those that may be a contender for your belts. You get the A side, and then you can purse bid them all you want. But the truth is, Shakur is a bullshit nigga, because when you had a chance to do more than 25% for another nigga, you did 80-20. See, that's why I know you full of shit, because if it was near and dear to your heart about knowing your worth, then you would understand that, man, I'm not finna offer Frank Martin no 25% because that shit ain't cool, man. Me and him finna make the fight, man. I'm gonna do this man right. Let's do 70-30. Now, if he had done that, I would have more to say for Shakur. Like, nah, Shakur had a good point. He extended a 30 or 70-30 offer because he's trying to lead by example. So he just was asking Devin if he would, and Devin said no, based on principles and based on the tangible evidence of what Shakur does and how he operates. I would find him asking for 30% or more with Devin Haney more legit, because you executed that. I don't listen to niggas who just talk and not do it. That shit right there get on my fucking nerves. I don't like that kind of shit, because you're the same bitch ass nigga that'll say some shit, run it one way, and then when it's on the other foot, you're crying and bitching and moaning and trying to do the same shit that you complaining about. So fuck that nigga, Shakur Stevens. He ain't even that exciting to fucking watch, man. Nobody gives a fuck about this dude at all. He's not a ticket seller. He's not nobody that's going. If he was so, I can see if this nigga sold tickets. He don't sell. If you so bad, if you was a threat, nobody wants to see you and Devin Haney look at each other and fucking dance all night. Nobody wants to see that shit. You're not a threat at all. The reason Tank is selling out on more than you niggas is because he's a threat to everybody. Now, it's going to be funny if him and... I can't wait to see how this shit go for Shakur Stevenson here on out. We already seen him fuck up by doing an 80-20 to another man, but you claim that shit that Devin Haney did was bogus, man. I just don't understand that, man.
Don, I feel you on the same thing. I agree 1,000% with everything you said. It's like, Shakur, I understand you feel your worth, but you gotta understand your place. Your worth and your place are 2 different things. They're on 2 different planets. So your place dictates you have nothing, you can't offer nothing, and you really ain't did nothing at that division. It's not like Bud Crawford versus Errol Spence, where that man was former undisputed, two-time lineal champion. He came to the table and he had a belt. So he came to the table and say, listen, if you want undisputed, you got to come see me. That Dev is already undisputed. You have nothing to offer this motherfucker. You have nothing to offer Devin Haney whatsoever. So it's this. Do I fight the guy who ain't did shit and can't offer me nothing, and is talking about going to the sanctioning bodies instead of trying to really negotiate with me? You know what I'm saying? Or do I take this opportunity to go up to 140, snatch another belt, and put in a campaign at a much tougher division for undisputed? I'm gonna go Devin Haney's route all fucking day and not waste my time dealing with this dude, because you a clown right now. You clowned yourself and you clowned your career. You put your career in a fucked up position, and there is no way as a boxing fan, I can justify seeing what you did and then co-sign it and be like, yeah, but Shakur's still the man. Yeah, you still the man with boxing and everything. I'm not taking away from your talent, but you had an opportunity in one fight to prove your worth, win, lose, or draw.
I agree. And listen, we about to hit 3 hours, man. I'm finna goddamn finish playing my game and stuff like that. I gave 3 hours almost today. It was a good cook, man. I enjoyed it. AC, you want to say anything? I'm gonna try to get back here this week again. I think I got some time that I can clear out. Maybe like a Friday. I'll be trying to catch them Fridays, especially when everything's clear and I don't have nothing. So we're gonna try to schedule something up. But next time we got to talk about this football. So I know boxing is hit a spot where everything's been discussed here on this video for us. We ain't gonna keep talking about the ducking. We just gotta talk. We gotta keep talking. Hey, no, I got 3 hours is nothing. Yeah, it's a little something. It gets you through a quarter of your shift. I got other shit I want to do. I'm finna get on this Mortal Kombat. That's first of all. And then second of all, I got to make the errands and run around on the back end of the afternoon. I got shit to do around 4, 5, 6 and all that kind of stuff. But so yeah, 3 hours is what it is. But however, bring your ass for the next video. I think we finna talk about this football season. Of course, we didn't get to touch on that. This is straight for boxing. We wanted to come in and talk about everything that happened with Wilder, Crawford, Canelo, Thurman, Tank. And while we got a lull in the action, we came back with a NFL video. It's time to cook on that, and we finna crank up this basketball because the season started. We threw, 6 weeks of football. We got to talk about Dak, Deshaun Watson, quarterback rankings, running back rankings. Dalvin Cook has fell off the fucking wagon. Stephon Diggs and Tyreek Hill is absolutely going berserk. What about them Falcons? What about them Jaguars and all that kind of cool shit that goes around in football? So AC, say your last thoughts. I'm gonna let Blood get in here as well and say what he got to say and cook on whatever he want to cook as the AG. But it's going to be my time here shortly. So AC, go ahead and close us, and I'm gonna bring Blood in.
Well, basically, it's everything I've been saying, man. As far as Wilder coming back or whatever, that's something that would be a pleasure to me and shit like that. Canelo, I'm just gonna leave it at just Canelo. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, man, everything I had to say earlier, I don't want to, keep circling that wagon and everything, and that's just it. That's my opinion about and my strong feelings about Shakur and Dev, and that's how I'm gonna land this plane. And once I land that plane, I'm gonna keep 10 toes on the ground and stay saying the same thing.
All right, boy, have a good day, man. We'll catch you again this week. Thanks for coming on.
For sure, bro.
All right, big dog. All right, that's my boy AC came through. Last minute, let me see, 3 hours is nothing. Don't forget Ticket TV. What is he talking? Oh, you talking about the that guy he still do videos? Yeah, Ticket TV. I remember him. He real big on the basketball talking shit like that. Yeah, so is everybody. That shit ain't. Yeah, this ain't like boxing. We talk that basketball and another sport. So it is what it is. We'll see what we can make happen. Hey, Blood, go ahead, boy. OG, what's going on with you?
What's up with you, man? Too bad I caught you kind of late there, man. But I heard a little bit about what you were saying there about Shakur Stevenson. But see, the thing about it is, man, Devin Haney, yeah, he's one of only 7, you said, in recent history to become undisputed. But man, the guy is boring, man. He can't even get a knockout. This guy's 23, 24 years old. Can't get no knockout. He's dull as fuck. He's one of the most insignificant undisputed champions I've ever seen. His style is just not really appealing to fight fans. Man, hey, I appreciate the sweet science and all of that stuff, but man, this guy got to close the show sometimes. These guys, man, in boxing right now, a lot of people been saying we've been getting more fights than ever, and this has been the year and this and that. Nah, this shit's sucking, man. We ain't getting no fights from these guys, man. There ain't nothing going on, really. These guys don't want to fight each other. It's just a bunch of bullshit, and that's why boxing is looking the way it's looking right now. Ain't nobody want to talk about boxing. All the people who used to have big pages on YouTube, nobody's going over to their page no more. Nobody's watching this shit, man. This shit is getting worse and worse every year. That's why I'm glad we got classic boxing. That's what I'm going to continue to promote, classic boxing, because I don't know what these guys, all these different title holders now are doing. These guys ain't doing shit. Devin Haney's now moving up to 140 pounds to fight Regis Prograis, an older guy. You know, he could have. I want to see him fight like a Teofimo or a Tank Davis or a Shakur Stevenson. I don't give a fuck how they get it done. I don't care about the purse splits. They were getting the fights done back in the day. Let's get some of these fights done. If not, then they're going to continue to just be unpopular, and they'll never be to where they could demand, a side and all of that shit, even with the belts. Because if he went into a fight with Tank Davis right now, he ain't going to be the A side. It's going to be Tank Davis, and he got all the belts, so that don't even make sense. So it's in a fucked up place right now, man. I've been watching the shit for decades, and it's looking worse all the time. And you got all these girly ass fans on the internet fanboying and all that kind of stuff like that, man. Don't know shit about boxing. Don't know nothing about it whatsoever. That's why they're whack, and people will stop watching them and stuff like that, man. The shit it's ridiculous, bro. And you know it is too, Zone 6.
Absolutely agreed. That's why I didn't even buy the Canelo fight. I'm 50-50. I take what I can get from these motherfuckers because it just come with this life. I can't make them fight. Can't make them dare to be great. It's too much talking about purse split and who ducking. Those are cool conversation. And I'm with you on that 100%. Tank is a different entity. And in order to get the Tank, you got to fight the people that you need to fight from the jump. You got to take those risks. And Shakur Stevenson should have took that risk so that he could have been the man at 135 and sent Devin Haney boring ass along with his boring ass packing. Because at the end of the day, these guys are not. And I agree with you. And that's what I said. And I think that got lost because no one wants to admit that these two guys, let's be honest with it, they're undercard fighters. And I know people are going to have a hard time stomaching that because the standard is so fucking low. But these guys aren't closing the deal. They're not closing the show. They're not bringing boxing fans back. You got guys running around, fucking up, talking about black culture and putting their name on black culture and getting in the ring and you look like a runaway slave and you're embarrassing yourself and it's leaving a bad taste in people's mouth. You got Wallow and all these guys trying to help boxing and then you're getting on there, you're disrespecting those guys, you're sitting on there capping and telling lies and then you go into the fight after it's been sold and you fuck up. You see what I'm saying? But when it comes to Canelo Alvarez and shit, everybody loves to play ball. Everybody take 15%, 10%. But when it comes to each other, for some reason, there's no respect on nobody's name. At the end of the day, I believe in respecting everybody. The champ is the champ. I don't give a fuck if it's me. 25% is a grand opportunity for me, and let's promote the fuck out of this shit and make my 25% look like it's 25 million. Get off your ass. Promote yourself. And stop bullshitting and trying to figure that 25% is only going to be X. No, if you got your ass off your goddamn couch and quit bullshitting and just stop saying people trash and double standarding yourself because you did the same thing for Frank Martin, 80-20 in his ass, and get these fights done, you could command more and demand more. It's just that's how the fuck it goes. But these guys, them two guys, regardless of what it would have been a dance all night fight to decision, and it's just not worth anybody investing in it. Progress, I can understand why you want to match him with Haney because that makes sense. But Shakur versus Haney, that shit would have been a snooze fest, straight up and down. Mm-hmm. So that's just what it is. These guys are pity patting, playing four corners offense and playing freeze tag and the goddamn shit. And these are the fucking prima donnas that's asking for fucking all these purse splits and talking about all these purse splits when you fucking run all night. Nobody wants to sit there 12 rounds holding their bladder or hoping that something happens. Man, fuck that fight, man. Nobody ain't finna.
Well, you know what, man? Another thing too. A lot of these guys who were asking for these damn purse splits and shit, They don't even got no damn belt, man, right? They don't even have belts no more. Like Tank Davis. Okay, so Tank Davis could do it because he's got some kind of audience right now. But Shakur Stevenson and Frank Martin and all these guys, nobody want to hear these guys arguing over no damn purse split. Nobody know who these guys is like that, man.
That's right. They need to be
ridiculous. They don't got nothing to stand on. Tank Davis, he don't got no belts, but he got a little bit of an audience to stand on. Who you call it? Devin Haney don't got really much of an audience. I don't give a fuck. He ain't that popular, but he got a belt to stand on. But there's a whole bunch of these guys like Shakur Stevenson, Frank Martin. Don't nobody want to hear those clowns argue over no damn purse split. Who the hell supporting that shit, right? I don't care who they talk to or if they get an ESPN interview here and there, man. Get your ass in the ring. Don't nobody want to hear about the shit and make the fight happen. That would have been a pretty decent fight to see Frank Martin versus Shakur because of the styles. Because Frank Martin is a come forward fighter.
Absolutely.
Devin Haney versus Shakur might have been a little bit different, but you match up the styles. That would have been a decent fight. But basically, from what I heard, they priced Frank Martin out the fight. Then you got these old dogs that are around and they still can't get fights. Look at that Deontay Wilder. I saw that in your title. Deontay Wilder versus Anthony Joshua. That fight should have happened 5 years ago. Nobody giving a fuck about these fights no more. Shit, the longer they wait, the less interest in a fight like Deontay Wilder versus Anthony Joshua. This shit is nowhere near as exciting as it was 5 years ago. And they still can't get these fucking fights done. Old ass guys, man, whose time is gone, can't even get a fight together. This shit is funny to me, bro. I'm not even looking at YouTube boxing no more, bro. I used to get up every day and look at YouTube boxing and see who talking about what. I don't really care because most of the people are fanboying. They don't want to come to terms with the fact that these fighters don't want to fight each other. They want to fanboy and try to get interviews and act like little bitches online and stuff like that. So, man, I don't know, man. I just I'm getting tired of it, man. I can't believe that Deontay Wilder versus Anthony Joshua is even still a discussion. I can't believe that people are still talking about it, man.
I agree. So it's one of them things that, we jump in to make our rounds, but this why it's hard to stay. It's hard to get up every day and be consistent when it ain't nothing to talk about but the same shit. So that's why we got the pace that we got, because I'm not finna. This is a cult. See how we done that? We touched everything in boxing in one show. We going to football next time. We're gonna be talking about something else. That's a nutshell. That's our opinions. That's our thoughts. Me, Phil, Zoe, you, AC, Clark, everybody got it out. And once with Benavidez all the way up to Tank, all the way to Wilder, AJ, Usyk, you name it. We talked about it. One fell swoop, because that's how bad boxing is. But the saving grace is we do have some fighters that are stand out, like your Terrence Crawfords, Tyson Fury, and your Tanks, and Canelo hopefully fight Benavidez, and Benavidez is doing his thing, but it's few far in between. So I'm gonna let you go ahead and close it out, Blood, with one of your classic rants and one of your classic lessons. And we're gonna get on up out of here. Go ahead, man. Do you think?
I don't got no classic rant for you, but I know that you ain't talking about playing no Mortal Kombat, man. You ain't gonna win, bro.
Man, I'm up here playing with this junk. Is fun as hell, man. I don't know. I'm gonna be back busy, so I'm gonna probably casually play it. But I had a couple of days. The bullshit, I had like 2 days off and shit. So I had a 4-day weekend, so I got to fuck with it. But I'm finna goddamn get back on the grind. It's just a relaxing thing, man. Keep your coordination sharp. Your old ass need to get on the video games because they say it help.
I'm on them.
Good.
Man, I got a PS5. I got all that, man.
Okay, good, because it keep you from having that Alzheimer, and it helps you with your dementia. And I know you got to go pick up the meds. I know you got to go to Walgreens in a minute to pick up the meds and grab your coffee from Starbucks. You let that go. That's my man, Blood, man. All right, man. We're gonna come back, man. We're gonna get one. Text me, man, Blood, whenever you because I be seeing you going live. That's the only time I stop and be like, hold on, let me listen to Blood, UJ Cotto, and a few guys, man, that I smoke. Y'all keep it authentic, but it does get hard.
I don't go live very often no more, man. So usually about once a week or so, man.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't really go live a lot. But I'll text you next time, man, and see if you want to come on or something.
Yes.
Hey, so I'm gonna let you go on and do your thing, bro. And hey, it's good talking to you, man.
All right, my G.
All right, man. Well, love.
All right, that's blood boxing. Y'all hear it? Let's see what we can get here. Let's see this. Listen to this.
Break it down. Give me 5 people you're ready to fight right now.
Timothy Bradley, Paul, Floyd Mayweather, Devin Alexander, and whoever the fan wants.
Listen, I told you give them something visual, so you in the head and made your own YouTube-based TV show. It's an